That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Admin a la carte are specialized local experts committed to helping you run your small business. From general admin and sales support to marketing, digital media and technology to real estate and compliance, Admin a la carte's only goal is to take your business to the next level. Find out how Admin a la carte can elevate your business. Visit admin-a-la-carte.com for more information. That's admin-alacarte.com. Admin a la carte. Your business doesn't fit into a box. Why should you have to?
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey,
we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
On a recent episode of the Outlaw Radio Network,
some of our listeners even appreciated you dumbing it down for them. So, on behalf
sometimes
of
I have to mansplain for people like. By the way, mansplaining is when men explain things to a woman in a condescending tone.
I just mansplaining.
That's the Outlaw Radio Network, Sunday nights at their new time from 6 to 10.
Outlaw Radio Network.
Are you ready to elevate your spirits? Look no further than Black Rain Spirits, your local craft distillery nestled in Town Square Mall. Indulge in the smooth richness of our handcrafted spirits, meticulously distilled to perfection. Whether you prefer the bold kick of our bourbon or the subtle sophistication of our gin, Black Rain Spirits has something for every palate. Visit us today at Town Square Mall and experience the essence of true craftsmanship. Black Rain Spirits, where passion meets perfection, unconventionally traditional.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network, powered by our friends at Destination Highway 420, Kitsap County's premier stop for premium selection. Find your destination today, 21 and over.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network. OutlawRadioNetwork.com.
This country can't be knocked out with one punch. We get right back up again, and when we do, the world's going to hear the roar of our engines.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
You do your work. And we will do our thing.
Republic. I like the sound of it. It means people can live free, talk free, go or come, buy or sell, be drunk or sober, however they choose.
Are you ready to be who you are?
No poetry, just a straight answer.
The government has deliberately sought to deceive the United States by false statements and expressions of hope for continued peace.
We are men of the hood, netting our good experience.
But there's no both sides anymore. They're just trying to wreck our goddamn country. It's time for you younger guys to take over.
You meant to be here tonight. This is your time.
Their time is done. It's over. Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
If you guys don't start thinking as men, we're going to have a lousy country.
For the crimes of incitement to cause unrest, I declare to be an outlaw.
Look, I'm just going to tell you real quick. I didn't know for sure that they'd win today, but now that they won today, it's all over but the shouting because the Patriots ain't gonna be able to beat them.
Woo, woo.
Your Seahawks going to the Super Bowl. It was a good game. That was a
great game.
Really, really good game.
Woolen owes his teammates an apology.
Yeah, Reek Woolen, that was such a bonehead, stupid, just idiotic play. He's lucky they won.
Well, it wasn't just one play though. I mean, the penalty is inexcusable, but you know the missed tackle and he.
What do you want, Bueller?
I don't know. Maybe the camera going?
Oh, I didn't put the camera on.
No.
So here's the deal. So listen, here's why I'm not really paying attention. So I made a bet with my daughter's boyfriend, and that if the Rams won, I had to buy him a Steeler jersey, and if the Seahawks won, he has to buy me a Seahawk jersey.
So now you got to pick out your Seahawks.
And now I got to figure out what Seahawk jersey I want. Like, what player do I want?
Man, I would go, like JSN.
I have a JSN jersey already.
Do you? Okay. Yeah. Do you have a Bobo?
Why are you playing something else?
Recent episode.
He's practicing. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Do you have a Bobo?
I don't have a Bobo. So would you get a Bobo or an Eamon Worry?
Man.
Bobo had 4 receptions this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
He may not even be here next year.
Yeah, true. True. I don't know. Do you have a? I'm a big Charbonnet fan, even though he's going to be out. For
I don't have a Charbonnet jersey now.
Probably the entirety of next season because of that ACL.
Yeah.
But I am a big Charbonnet fan, and I mean Walker's good too. But
I got a Walker jersey.
Do you?
I got a Woolen jersey.
Okay.
I got like 25 jerseys at the house, but most of them are players that aren't here anymore.
Right.
I might have to get Eamon Worry.
Yeah, that's a good one, or Charbonnet.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Charbonnet may not even be back.
Oh, he'll be back.
I think
No,
you should
he's-
just get the one that's
He's young. He's talented. He's. I mean, other than an ACL injury, he's in good health. He'll be back. He's got one more contract in him.
I hope so. See, that's the one right there. That's what I'm going to get right there
cool. That's
with
great.
with the Eamon Worry with the
So
with the
go
gray with the
Seahawks.
green. Yeah, go Hawks. Yeah. It'll be good. We're not going to do any. Sorry, we're not going to do any football discussion tonight. We're not going to do picks for the Super Bowl tonight. Oh,
we were just doing football discussion.
I know, but we're not going to do like NFL picks tonight. We're going to wait and do them next week
Oh my gosh, we're gonna be out of here at 10.
because we don't. No, we won't. We'll be here at 10:15 like normal. There's always something that takes us over. Beeler, you've been doing this long enough. But we're not gonna. We'll do picks next
Always
week.
Kevin's mouth. Always.
Well, no, the last couple of weeks it's been you and Paul. To be completely honest with you, that didn't want to shut up.
Oh, Kevin.
Talking about, man.
Corey had a good suggestion in
What's
chat.
that?
Cooper Cup.
I have a Cup jersey.
I
I got a Cup jersey already.
All right. Yeah,
Hold on. Actually, hold on.
oh, Kevin's gonna strip for the show now.
Bow wow.
We're in the Cup jersey tonight.
Oh, look at
I
you.
had the sweatshirt on because I'm cold all the time.
Okay.
You should get your thyroid
So there
checked.
you go. See that? It's not my thyroid.
Okay, that's good.
It's because I've dropped 160 pounds and my body doesn't like the fact that I don't have all that insulation. All right. Outlaw Radio, thanks for checking out the show. Paul's going to join us in a little bit. K-Dog, Black Tom, Beals, DJ D running the boards. We have no guests tonight, so we have plenty of time to get to all the things that need to be talked about. We do have a couple pieces of business we need to handle first.
All the things?
All the things.
I mean, we need to talk about a lot of stuff.
All the things.
There are a lot of things that need to be fixed.
Before we do that, I have 3 important pieces of business. One, Black Ring Spirits, proud home of the Outlaw Radio Network. Thanks to Tom for letting us come down here and do the show every week. Black Ring Spirits, home of all your distillery needs. Feel free to stop in there in the Town Square Shopping Center in Port Orchard. Come on in, drop your pants, and Tom will give you a deal. All right.
Tom's like, you
Destination Highway 420, proud sponsor of the show. You can find them on Hollis in East Bremerton. Proud support of the military, proud support of the local community. Find out more at highway420.com.
Destination Highway 420.
Highway420.com.
Yep.
18 and 21 and over only.
That was awesome.
21 and over only, by the way.
Yes, yes.
And please use responsibly.
And the greatest
Absolutely.
butt tenders.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Kitsap County.
Yeah.
Yes.
The third
They are
thing, the third piece of business we have to get to is this. I was told not to do this, and if you tell me not to, I'm going to. Anyway, so now we can get on with the show.
Dick.
Yeah.
You know what, Kevin? You're such a fucking cunt.
What?
Why do you have to be such a cunt?
Why are you not talking to the microphone? First of all, talking to the microphone. Because if you had not brought it up, I probably wouldn't have even thought about it. There's been plenty of weeks on the show that I haven't done it. But when I show up in the show and you're like, Kevin, do not pull my hair tonight. When you tell me not to do it, you're basically asking me to do it.
I told you.
You have a co-host who's essentially a 12-year-old. I mean,
Straightening, okay? Leave
Listen,
it alone.
I hear you.
I'm jealous of people that can say that word.
Which word?
And not get beat up for it. The C word.
Oh, the C word. Yeah.
You know what? That is my word.
Men say that and we're assholes.
Well,
and bastards.
It depends.
And lonely fucks.
It depends on what country you live in.
Well, yeah, okay.
Because I mean, Australia, that's like dropping the
UK,
F-bomb.
It's totally
Some countries, the finger is this one.
Dennis. That was so dirty.
Dennis is a dirty boy. Dennis is a dirty, dirty boy. So anyway, so we'll pull her hair throughout the night tonight.
Stop it.
Because I was told not to.
I told you.
No, I'm just telling you. If you tell me not to,
Okay,
Alicia.
Well, it was for like a serious, like haven't washed my hair in 4 days reason. Jerk face.
Alicia.
Yes.
Less is more.
So I should just not talk at all.
No. It's just not about things like that.
Oh God.
Right? You know, topic, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
So God,
but
Kevin, you're getting football and baseball talk.
Yeah.
By the way, I am so excited for baseball season to start back up.
wait a minute. Why are you talking about baseball? The Seahawks are about to play in their 4th Super Bowl in franchise history. They have the opportunity to avenge the loss that they had in 2014 to the Patriots.
Hells yes.
I'm excited for it. And honestly,
I'm just saying,
like,
I am very excited for baseball to start up.
whoever won this game tonight is going to win the Super Bowl. Like the Patriots are a good team, but they're not. They don't have a defense like Seattle does.
No.
Their offenses are comparable.
Man, we got this like aura going around the Seahawks right now.
I think the Seahawks are going to have a 500 record for Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
They're
that'd
gonna
be
win
good.
it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we should have beat the Patriots the first time, but we'll
Absolutely.
pass.
That's all right. We got them.
It's a great day to be a Seahawks fan, man.
Sneak attack.
Listen, I know that, and Paul's not here, so we can talk about him behind his back.
Oh, awesome. I love talking
Yeah,
about
it's the best thing to do on this show is talk about Paul behind his back.
Yes.
He says, I'm a real fan. But nobody saw this coming, did they? Like literally nobody thought the Seahawks were going to go to the Super Bowl.
I was pretty confident.
I picked them every week.
Yeah. I was nervous about the Rams. I mean, their number 5 seed, I don't think was quite accurate, big picture. But yeah, no, I was nervous about the Rams. But yeah,
I wasn't. I knew we were gonna win it.
I was told to get a Bosworth jersey. I already have one of those. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a lot.
Wow,
of
you have a
jerseys.
Boz jersey.
I got a Boz jersey. Got a Largent jersey. Yeah.
You should shave your head into a mohawk for the Super Bowl.
In order for me to be able to grow a mohawk, I'd be able to have to grow hair on the top of my head. Make some more jokes about my hair, Beeler. I'll pull yours some more. God.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah.
I love that you've chimed up some of those in the soundboard. All right, Beeler, you look great. All right. Before we proceed into topics, I'm stalling a little bit because Paul's not here yet, and obviously we have to talk about ice and the situation in Minnesota and all of that. And I feel like Paul's going to have a lot to say. So before we get into all of that, what do you guys? How was your guys' week? Anybody do anything exciting? That was Dennis's week.
You know what I did? I tried the taco truck on Sedgwick for the first time.
What'd you think of that?
Oh,
their tacos were amazing.
Oh, the green one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes, it have been forever.
Yeah,
they are thebomb.com.
I never know.
They own the Mexican restaurant upstairs from this building.
Heard that, but
Yeah.
I've also heard that's not as good as the truck.
I disagree.
It's the
I
same
can't
menu.
tell the difference.
All right. Okay, good.
There's street tacos on the truck.
Yeah.
You know what? That's right down the street.
The
from my
restaurant
house.
is
I
essentially
love
a
that.
food truck with chairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tom, do you have any tissue, Kleenex? Whatever?
Yes. I'll be right back.
Thank you. What did you order from said taco truck there, Beals? Hey, Beals, I'm asking you a question. This is a radio show.
up?
What did you order from said food truck?
I believe it was the pork tacos.
Carnitas?
Carnitas.
Okay. And you liked them? They were good?
They were orgasmic. Actually, they were the best tacos.
So they pulled
that
your hair
I
while
have
you ate them. Okay.
Ever had in my entire life, besides my flank steak chimichurri tacos that I make.
Do you know what I love and most places don't serve at Mexican is milanesa.
Oh.
It's like a breaded flank steak.
Okay.
And they do it at what's the name of that restaurant in Bremerton? The little one on the corner of 6th and Callow. La Poblanitas. They do milanesa. But I haven't found anybody else that does milanesa anywhere. So if you guys know anywhere that does milanesa, let me know.
I don't think I've actually ever heard of that, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's a breaded flank steak.
I'll
It's
keep
so
my
good.
eyes out because now I'm on like this taco kick in Washington.
I'm surprised you don't date more Hispanic men with your love for Hispanic food, for Mexican food.
I mean, I love Italian too. I'm not really flying.
But you know, no. You don't
That'd
like.
be really great. I should.
Wait a minute. You don't talk about Italian food like you do about Mexican food.
You're right.
So
It's
clearly
my
Mexican
favorite.
food is higher in the bar. So I'm just saying I'm surprised you don't date more Latin American men, more Mexican men. Because of your love for that, unless you're like Ice and you just want them all gone. I don't know.
That's the thing though. I like big men. I like attitude.
Please explain.
I like
Chubby Chaser, my dream girl.
Yes, I like a man with a little meat on his bones.
Oh, you're talking about like
Yeah,
some
so the Mexicans that I've met
are shorter and
They're all little guys.
shorter,
Yeah.
and they're little guys, and
Now-
they're just
Now my I've got a friend that helps around the distillery. He's Mexican and he's 6 foot. I mean, he's a big dude.
I've never
Bigger
met
than
a
me.
tall
Yeah.
Mexican.
He doesn't present as Mexican. He speaks zero Spanish. I speak
I
more
hate that
Spanish
phrase.
than me.
They present as. I absolutely hate that phrase. My
These
God.
headphones are worse for my hair than the other ones. Do you see
Oh.
this?
I think you look great. Beaver.
You're going to be okay.
What is happening?
You look
You're-
wonderful.
you're gonna
Beaver.
be
You look
okay.
great. You look great.
A comb will fix everything.
Lofsa offsa.
Stop fucking with my hair, Kevin.
I'm not messing with your hair. Why are you such a potty mouth?
I don't. I
Because we're
I'm just being nice
deregulated.
to you. I'm giving you gifts. I'm being nice to you. I'm blessing you with attention, and
What,
you just
what
want
gift did you give me? Your presents? God.
to watch the back. Oh, the back hurts so bad. All right. Oh, this show's getting out of hand
We
early.
need Paul and HR to get in here. to
I'm
take
sorry,
care
neither
of
one of them are
it.
here. You can complain to Tom. Tom, what do you think?
It's not my problem.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Regulation.
All right, we're gonna go. Yeah, there is no regulation here, Beeler. So zip it. I mean, you're the one like Tom that wants to have less government interference. I don't want anybody regulating whose hair I pull.
This is not the government right here, buddy. This is me and you,
I know.
friends, and I'm seriously about to beat your face in.
Promise is
See,
a
that's
promise.
not my problem either.
Be the most exciting night on this show in a long time.
Oh my God.
At least I'll be video proof when we bring you up on charges. All right. Can we talk about what's happening in Minnesota?
We can.
Yeah.
Multiple people now have been shot by ICE. At least 2 people are dead due to ICE shootings.
Yes.
Are they up to 3 now?
Did you see the one where the guy got ran over by the ICE vehicle?
No, I didn't see that one. I saw the 2 shootings. I saw
Well, it was well deserved. He
Well-
was shooting at the ICE officers before then. So.
Oh, was he shooting?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
he
if
was
you
shooting.
open fire on a law enforcement
yeah.
officer,
He
you
was-
should expect to
He
receive
was
fire.
trying to take them out.
Yeah, and the guy that got tackled.
Did you see?
And
the
in a
other
second,
angle of that?
yeah, and a second after they pulled the gun out of his waistband, he got shot. I don't fault the agents for that at all. They don't have a second.
They don't.
Like, it's literally a second.
Right. It's a split second.
It's a split, and they probably didn't even know that the one officer had pulled it out. They didn't know. You can't show up and interfere with a federal investigation when they're trying to arrest somebody else and then think they're not going to kick the crap out of you. Like, that crap doesn't fly anywhere. But the Trump administration has really overextended their hand here. Like, they've turned Minneapolis and the surrounding area, the neighborhoods, into a festering boil that's waiting to explode.
I don't know.
Well,
there are acceptable ways to enforce the law, and there is going in and what do they call that?
That's not how it is.
Gaslight.
Though.
They're gaslighting that entire community.
They went in there to arrest someone. They were impeded in the arrest of that person,
Right.
and that's how that whole thing developed.
For that instance, you're absolutely right.
Okay.
But there are numerous ICE agents deployed
But
throughout
that was
the city.
same thing that happened with the other lady.
No, I know.
They
but,
were there to arrest someone.
but I'm saying what Trump has done is put that entire town on edge by the way he's handled this. You know what I mean? It's one thing if you go in to arrest somebody and then you leave, right? But they have ICE vehicles patrolling the town, going door to door, conducting traffic stops, doing investigations everywhere. All I'm saying is, and I'm not saying that the people that they're arresting are not valid arrests. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm not saying the people that got shot shouldn't have been shot because you interfere with the federal investigation. FAFO, right?
Yeah.
But when you put all of Trump's words behind it, and then you deploy this massive force of ICE to one city, and they're around day after day, and they're completely visible all the time, and you got Trump running his mouth, you push that city to the edge, and more of these things are going to happen.
So the problem is, I mean, how far are we from Minnesota, Minneapolis? I mean, what are we, 1,500 miles or something like that?
I'll find out for you.
I mean, we're far enough that we're not looking at
days.
we're not, or a flight,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not looking at our back door to go, oh, this is what's happening.
24 hours.
1,600 miles, just over 1,600 miles.
I
And
was
by the way,
wondering.
Beeler, he said back door. Okay, go ahead, Tom.
I was 100
You
miles
wish,
off.
Kevin. You wish I could taste the back door.
Wow.
Go ahead, Tom.
Wow. I shouldn't have even set you up for that. I apologize.
You
Go ahead,
totally
Tom.
set that up.
Go ahead, Tom.
So the problem is, I mean, we don't have fresh, unspun, I guess, data about all of this. I mean, everyone's getting worked up over. It doesn't matter what side it is, left side, right side, whatever. Everyone's getting worked up over 30-second audio video bites.
Right.
We're not getting true,
that's true.
unvetted, unadulterated,
Yes.
real data.
And even as someone who believes in the Second Amendment and that man had the right to carry a concealed weapons.
Yeah,
With his
I mean,
concealed
if he
weapons
was
permit,
if he was in
if he was
compliance with all the rules and laws,
exactly,
okay,
Yeah, I mean, even though the Second Amendment is pretty clear and shall not be infringed,
right?
But that's another story.
Right, that's a different conversation.
I think that I totally lost my train of thought.
Oh, I don't know if it helps. I was just talking about how I don't think we're getting real data. I think we're getting stuff that's spun. I think we're getting stuff that's
of course that's
out of
that is
context.
what they're doing.
Right. Well, but
They're pitting us against each other.
right because
That
I'm
is what
accusing both sides. I'm not accusing just the left
It
or just the right. The left is most certainly out of control.
I'm sure not every ICE officer is right leaning either.
Exactly.
yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm
It's a job.
right. Yeah, and I'm sure we've got our fair share of ICE officers that probably shouldn't be in law enforcement.
I'm sure we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you know what I saw out there when I'm not speaking to whether it was justified or not. Also, Tegan said that it sounds like I'm a long ways away from the mic.
Yeah, you should talk closer to that microphone.
I mean, I'm right on the fucking
But you
mic.
haven't
Do you
been.
want me to swallow it?
When you talk to Tom, you turn your mouth away from it, and then it doesn't pick it up very well. So you got to talk right to the microphone.
All right. Thank you then. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Tegan said in Minnesota, representatives are not helping the situation either. No, they're not. The media is not either.
No,
but
the media is a huge part of the problem.
Yeah, but a lot of this is because I honestly believe this. A lot of this is Trump running his mouth, making it worse.
Sure.
Listen, you can be a leader and do the exact same thing Trump was doing. Reagan was a leader, right? Reagan could tell you to go to hell and make you look forward to the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trump is not a leader. Trump is an executive. He's in charge. He's the president, but he doesn't lead people very well.
No, he's as divisive as anyone on the left.
Yeah. Corey said ICE was all over DC and this didn't happen because Mayor Bowser worked with ICE. Yeah. The difference is DC is federal territory. In Minneapolis is not. DC is federal land and Minneapolis is governed by state and local laws.
Yeah,
So
but Corey does have a point. Had they worked with local agencies, there would have been more cooperation.
Agreed.
Maybe this wouldn't have happened. Thank you, Corey, for pointing that out.
thank you. No, I would agree that if the states help, the states could do more. You know, we heard things from our own governor, Governor Jack Wagon, about ICE. Tara Simmons, we'll talk about that later. She proposed a bill that would basically say that if anybody ever worked for ICE, they could not be hired as a police officer in the state of Washington.
Does she have any credibility left?
Well, we'll talk about her in the second hour because
she is going down.
yeah, she's in some pretty questionable mud raking. We'll do that in the second hour.
I have questions.
She's
not accusations, just questions.
And by the way, I'd like to thank the Democrats for finally getting the spine in this county about dealing with her, because we've heard Republicans complain in background conversations for a long time about the stuff that they believe Tara was doing. And now you've had multiple complaints filed against her, not by Republicans, but by Democrats, including, I believe, the 23rd chair.
Oh.
Are you sure?
I believe so. I'll do some research in a minute. But listen,
I know Sean Murphy was posting some stuff about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next time. I don't want to get out ahead of our skis.
Okay.
This thing with Minnesota is going to spread, because I firmly believe that Trump wants to die on this hill, right or wrong, right? Whether it's the right thing to do or not, I'm not debating that at the moment. I think he wants to die on this hill. He believes what he's doing is right. And I would not be surprised to see ICE deployed to Portland, to Seattle, to San Francisco, to Los Angeles, very liberal cities that have basically given Trump the finger. I would not be surprised to see that happen. Do you guys expect that?
Maybe.
We'll see how they react.
But I think there's a problem with just basic comprehension, right? How many people that oppose ICE actually know what the acronym stands for?
Immigration Customs Enforcement.
Right, but how many of them actually know that?
I mean, good point. I don't know.
How many of them have actually ever paid a bill? Like I listened to Katie Wilson talk, the new mayor of Seattle, and I just remember on the daily that she's probably never paid a power bill before in her life.
No, because her parents have paid it.
I don't know how to pay for my cable bill. How do you do that? And she's running the 12th largest city in this country.
Isn't it crazy?
Whatever, Katie.
What are you thinking, Seattle?
I heard there was a funny video that went up, which was her and Karen Bass, the governor of Los Angeles,
Yeah.
talking smack about the game today.
Yeah.
And just listen, at least Karen Bass sounds half believable in what she says. Like Katie Wilson was, you could just tell she was reading off cue cards and had no interest and probably doesn't even know what sports ball is.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how much does she know about football?
Oh, well, she was at the game. She made sure she showed pictures of her and who I assume was her husband at the game.
God.
I know that she'd never been to a game before because she's never had to buy anything in her entire life.
Right, so she was there for a half-hour photo op and then went where?
You know, I have not been to a game in the new stadium. I
Oh,
have
you haven't?
not
That's
been
amazing.
to a Seahawks game.
It is so
since
good.
The Kingdom.
Shanna says, in Oregon, they'll release people from jail if they know that there is a hold on them, because federal can come pick them up out of jail if they're being held on a warrant or charges. I'm not sure if it's the same in Washington, but if that's the case, it could be very clearly mitigated if the violent criminals were not released on recognizance. I don't know. Robert said we elected Trump to get rid of the illegals. Again, I'm not debating that either.
No,
exactly right.
That was a big part of what he campaigned on.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's a policy. I agree with that policy. I think we should. I just think the exertion that is becoming so public with the way that social media and the news and everything overplays everything. and manipulate it to how they want it to look, no matter how it looks. And I'm not saying that is the case in this instance.
Oh, Paul's here.
I'm just saying that.
Can you unmute Paul's channel so we can bring him in? No, he had his
I
son's,
love being interrupted. Thank you so much, Kevin. God, you're a cunt.
I feel bad that Paul's waiting. I just want to get him in the queue so he can chat. Beeler, why do you hate Paul being a part of the show? What do you have against Paul?
There's nothing I have against Paul. I love Paul.
What do you
He's
want
like
to
a
have?
brother to
What
me.
do you want to have against Paul? Okay, here we go.
I want nothing
There
against
we go.
Paul.
Paul is here. Hello, Paulie Wong. What's
that
going on,
chick.
buddy?
Hey, listen, first of all, I love you too, Alicia. And I don't know what her problem is with me, Kevin. I don't know. We're working through
Probably
things.
something
Okay, let's
Kevin
make that
did,
very
no
clear.
doubt. He does that every time. But guess what? The
Yeah.
audience can hear you, Paul. They can hear you.
No,
Good,
I hear something.
good.
There's Paul.
I hear
Yep,
you.
there's Paul.
There you go.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Paul, be quiet just for a sec so Beeler can finish what you were saying a second ago because go ahead.
No,
Beeler.
I don't
What
even
were you
know what I was talking about. Kevin,
Oh,
you
perfect.
should know by
Oh,
now. My
perfect.
short-term memory is pretty awful.
It is
Called
pretty
goldfish brain.
Yeah.
Goldfish brain.
Paul, will you turn down whatever's in the background just a little bit? We're picking up some back feed.
You're picking up background noise? Sure.
Well, do you have headphones in?
I do. Yeah, I have headphones in.
Okay, keep talking.
Okay, test baby. 1, 2. Anyway, hey, what were your guys' thoughts? I mean, I was trying to get set up. I was listening a little bit, Alicia, Tom, what you guys were talking about. Where specifically was your conversation at when I jumped in?
Well, right before you joined us, I was pulling Beeler's hair. That was good. And then I watched the back. Oh, kidney punch.
Kidneys, you bitch.
Punch. All right. No, we were talking about the situation in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
My argument is not about the policy, right, and not even necessarily about the execution, but I think that what Trump is doing is making it worse. Like, he's pushed that community onto a razor's edge, where now they're just on the edge of exploding all the time. Like, I think there's better ways that this could have been done. You know, that this whole situation. Did you move, Beeler?
That is a fair assessment on your part, Kevin. I'll express my feelings on it this way.
Yes, please do.
Trump has to double down at this point. The federal government has to double down, and in my opinion, they have to press charges against some of the elected officials in Minnesota. He cannot be a law and order president and come in and attempt to enforce the borders and enforce the laws in this country, right? And then take this and then change that mentality, 6 months in, because he says too many people are upset with us, too many people are protesting, too many unintended people are getting in the mix and they're getting hurt, right? I guess we better just stop. What kind of a signal does that send? It's like not punishing your dog when he shits in your living room, right? Like, you can't, he can't back down. He cannot. Otherwise, that's an open invitation to every left-leaning city, county, and state in this nation to say, the more we protest, the more we stand up, the more we bitch, the more we get in the way of ICE or the border guys, the more we do that, we'll eventually force them to back down, right?
Mm-hmm.
That should not be an acceptable outcome for anybody that gives a damn about law and order, right? I mean, do we want to just open up the floodgates to what it was just 3 years ago? I can't see that as being anything that's within the purview of the president in any way, shape, or form. That's not him. That's not the kind of person he is. He'll double down, and he should. He should double down.
I just wish he had put someone like Vance or Rubio, get away from their actual job description, but somebody who can communicate and is a little more savvy in how they share messaging. Because I think if you had Vance out there, I think if you had Vance out there on the regular using proper messaging, I don't think this would be ramped up as much. I think part of Trump just bloviating all the time is that it gets people in those communities bloviating.
That is a really big word.
You like that? I'm a smart cookie. But no, but I just think it gets them more ramped up. I think that Trump running his mouth gets people more that in their feels, and then they're two steps closer to over.
Right. Well, the problem is both sides bloviate. Let's use your word. they bloviate at each other, which is why we're so divided. Everyone's always ramping the rhetoric up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Oh my God, you guys!
happens.
Did you guys take something before the game? Were you maybe excited? Like, did something occur? Here's why. Here's
Oh my
why I say
God,
this.
I
And
have so much adrenaline right now. Yes.
right. I
Yeah,
have no
Beeler
doubt.
told me
I
not
would-
to pull her
yeah.
hair tonight, so I had to pull it 6 times already, and that's what
Right.
happens when you
Let
tell me
me-
not to.
let
He's
me
a
say
cunt,
this, and
Paul. Paul.
Here's
We need
here's
HR
why I'll
in the
s-
house.
Yes,
Lori, if you're
I will see
listening,
you
get your
next
ass
Thursday
in
too.
here.
Here's something I think I need to make really clear, because I think this is the one point that escapes 95% of the people in this country. Do you know why the left is protesting in Minneapolis?
Because people told them
It
to.
ain't got shit to do with ICE. It ain't got
No,
shit to do with
it's about
anything
Trump.
other-
It's because Trump.
It's about Trump, and Trump is
Yeah.
all it is about. They don't care about the illegals. They don't care about the enforcement of law. All they see is an excuse to protest about Donald Trump and try to make federal employees look as bad as humanly possible under any conditions, under any circumstances. That is all they care about. Anybody who thinks that, I mean, listen, we talk about this stuff enough, right? I think we all probably see it really, really clearly. You know, that poor guy who got shot 2 days ago, right? That guy didn't lose his life for illegals. That guy lost his life because he hated Donald Trump and he wanted to be part of the action. And he was incredibly stupid by knowing he was going down there to get into that action. And he was not just carrying a loaded firearm, but he was carrying a loaded firearm with one in the chamber and the fucking safety off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a whole new degree of stupid right there. Okay.
Yes.
You know that you're going down there because you're going to mix it up with ICE, right? You know the chances are fair to Midland that you're going to get arrested because you're prepared to interfere, and you think everything will go hunky dory with a loaded gun in your waist?
Yeah, that's an example of someone who has absolutely no idea how to handle a firearm, though.
It's even more than, but it's even more than
You
that
don't-
too, right? I mean, he took a loaded firearm to impede officers in an execution of federal duties, right?
Right.
Like, I don't care who you are or where you're at, if it's ICE, if it's Washington State Patrol, Bremerton PD, or the Gorst dog pet department, right? If you try to impede officials from doing their official duties and you bring a gun into the party, don't be surprised when you get capped. Like
Well,
that's not
Kevin,
rocket science.
Listen, and that's exactly the reason that when we've got friends like Jeremy or Trojo that are out there screaming at the top of their lungs, how can you justify this, right? Well, it's easy. You and Jeremy is somebody who purports to have been a member of law enforcement. I don't know how or when. I don't recall those details.
He
but
was an MP
said-
in the military, I believe.
Yeah. So listen, as such, right? When you've got a government organization that is getting 3,200 times the amount of death threats, violence taken out towards them, people using their cars, broom handles, shovels, everything else that you can imagine. You know what you don't do? You know, you don't. It's like I told my son earlier today. That's like one of these protesters going out in the water where there's sharks all over the place, wanting to kill yourself. But because you want the narrative to be in your favor, you slit your wrists, then jump in the water with the sharks and say, "Oh, the sharks ate me. I didn't commit suicide." Yeah. Like, that's how stupid this shit is. And I will tell you, I made this very clear. I had a post that just blew up 2 days ago. And I will read it because to me it is so. It's like. Well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot my own horn because Emily Randall, the piece of human filth that she has turned into, like she has gone from being an elected official to being full-blown activist. And I don't have any patience for elected officials who choose to become activists, right? That's not your responsibility. That's way outside of your purview. Like, you're there to represent your constituents, period. And if you're becoming an activist over whatever it is, then you're no longer representing your constituents. You're representing an opinion. And
hold on. I disagree with you completely. Hold on.
You can disagree, but let me finish telling you what I said first, okay?
I mean,
there's no denying if you watch her posts, she has turned into an activist. And I'm sorry, that's not your job when you're elected by the people. Your job is to best represent your constituents, not become an activist. Okay. Now you can disagree with that, Kev. Cool. We'll hear about that in a second.
Wait,
but here's
Paul,
what I posted. Yes.
Are you talking
Yes.
about Emily Randall or
Emily Randall.
the other?
Yes.
Emily
Okay.
Randall.
All right.
Okay?
Just checking.
So
Okay. I didn't know. Okay.
I posted, it is my opinion that Representative Emily Randall is engaging in incitement. As such, federal prosecutors should consider her prosecution along with any other elected official engaging in this behavior. Knowingly, and I've had people, what's incitement? Right? Knowingly spreading false information to create a climate of crisis. By the way, same fucking thing they used to prosecute Trump. We do not get to go through life and say Donald Trump is guilty of incitement when you're sitting here right now in your comfortable chairs watching elected Democratic representatives do exactly the same thing. So let me finish. Knowingly spreading false information to create a climate of crisis, repeatedly and knowingly promoting a quote, and I'm using Democrats' words here, a big lie. Now, what would that big lie be? That ICE and border officials, along with other federal law enforcement agents, are complicit in crimes and criminal activities, engaging in illegal activities, kidnapping U.S. citizens, as well as unaliving them. Okay, and they are doing this to create a narrative of existential threat that justifies extra legal or violent action in the minds of their followers. Same thing they prosecuted Trump with. Mark my words. It is exactly the same thing. That is what they used to justify prosecuting Trump for January 6th. The second part of this is targeting a specific government function of process, which is exactly what they are doing. With regards to Trump and January 6th, it was what? They were targeting the election, was their claim, okay? And targeting a specific government function or process, the incitement is aimed at disrupting a core constitutional duty or democratic process, i.e., legally authorized law enforcement activities such as removal of illegal immigrants. Plain as day, the law is clear-cut and precedence has been set because the Democrats used it. So what you are seeing now is Democrats using the very law they used to prosecute Trump. They are literally committing the exact same crimes. So if Trump was guilty, so are they. Is that clear enough?
Yeah, I don't disagree with most of that. I don't think she's an activist, right? I think the Democrats elected exactly what they wanted to elect. Like Emily Randall represents what the rank and file Democrats are hoping to see out of their candidates right now. The Democrats want somebody who's abrasive. They want someone who's bitchy. They want someone who will stand up against Trump no matter what. They want someone that'll piss in the pool. Like that's what they want. They want people that are speed bumps, you know? So I don't think she's an activist. I think she's exactly what the Democrats want, which is why Tara Simmons got sent to Olympia, which is why we're still sending Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell to D.C., which, you know, this is part and parcel to the left politics now. And by the way, get used to Emily Randall. Because they're gonna bump her higher and higher up the freaking Democrat Party food chain. You watch, Stump.
So I would say it's not part and parcel to Democrat politics. It's part and parcel to politics. Because the same thing is happening.
Yeah.
The same thing is happening in other parts of the country where, you know, a state is red instead of blue. And the same thing's happening to the Democrat Party there that's happening to the Republican Party here. So we're so divided.
We're so divided.
Well, we've never
the
not
rhetoric,
been divided, though.
What, Paul?
Here's the thing. We've never, to Tom's point, because he's not wrong, but we've never not been divided. The question isn't whether or not we are divided. The question is, how far do you allow it to go without consequences? And I'm watching the mayor of Minneapolis, quote, tell ICE, get the fuck out of our city. I am watching elected representatives. I'm watching elected representatives lie to their constituents by telling them that what ICE is doing is illegal. By watching them tell their constituents, they are saying things that are patently false. You know how many times you hear people and they repeat this on social media? ICE has no power and control over American citizens. Not fucking true. In fact, they are the only law enforcement agency that does not need a fucking warrant either in order to carry out their jobs. So like there's people that are out there saying this stuff. They are telling the citizens what the citizens want to hear in order to engage in additional incitement. Okay? That's the problem. You want to know why people are dying? People are dying because Democrat activists are telling them what they're doing is right. I just watched an interview take place over the weekend where the interviewer, I forget who he was talking to. It was somebody on the left. And he asked that lady, he said, are ICE what are they? Are they Gestapo? What are, basically to explain them? And she's like, they're the Waffen SS. They're Hitler's brown shirts. And he says, would it have been okay to go back in time and kill Hitler? Well, that depends. But yeah, because think of how many deaths it would have prevented. Okay. So that is the moral question that people are struggling with, because people on the left, by using that language, it equates people on the right, ICE and immigration officials and other government agencies, it equates them to Hitler's brown shirts because of the language they are using. And in using that language, people on the left feel justified now to commit acts of violence against those federal officers. Those federal officers, you can have honest debates. Did they or should they have shot that guy? Okay. You can have that conversation and debate. Okay. And I'm not opposed to, I mean, every time you shoot somebody, if you're an officer, there should be an active, open investigation with no secrets. Okay. But at the same time, how many more dead law enforcement agents would we have if we expect them to behave in a manner that is different than the rest of us as civilians, right? Like they're being put in a position where half of the politicians in this country are referring to them as Hitler's henchmen, i.e. Donald Trump's bad guys. And the violence against them, like I said before, is up 3,200%. And you're asking them to make a millisecond decision as to whether or not something bad's about to happen to them and whether or not they're going to go home to their families, when a dumbass carries a gun into a crowd and starts getting into fights with ICE. You know?
Yeah.
That's not fair to our law enforcement.
Well, and like I said last week, I'll say it again. To me, there's two questions here, right? One is, are the actions of ICE legal, lawful, and understandable and appropriate? And I think they are. You know, whether or not you want to argue, which is the second question, right? But whether or not you want to argue that they should or shouldn't be there, that's irrelevant to when we have to decide if what they did when they were there was appropriate, right? So even if Trump is wrong to send them there, let's take that off the table. When you impede an investigation, when you show up and try to stop them from arresting somebody and you have a loaded gun in your waist, you have any gun in your waistband, when you are behind the wheel of a vehicle and there's an officer right in front of you and you try to run him over, you're going to get shot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. This isn't, there's no quiz for this.
It's happening.
Again, this is the FAFO presidency. This is the F around and find out presidency. And people are effing around and they're finding out. But the other half of that question is what Trump is doing not legal, because I think it's legal, but is it the right way to handle this? And that's what I'm not sure about, because I think he's putting the communities on edge, which is making them more likely to do stupid things because he's got them ramped up, Tom.
So someone asked a question in the chat. I had made a comment about.
They asked me to pull Beeler's hair again.
No,
Okay,
nobody asked that because everybody hates it, and you need to stop doing it.
If anybody in chat wants me to do it, please let us know. Go ahead, Tom.
Oh, so it was basically which elected reps are yeah. So I think our problem is.
Wait, what happened to the question? You got halfway into the question. Which elected reps? And you're like, okay, so never mind.
It says which states, Tom?
Right, and I don't remember the comment I made, so it's like out of context, right? Because that's why I'm trying to get back to, and it's like I'm reading through it, going, I don't remember exactly what that's in response to, but I mean to clarify what I'm talking about, is ICE acting, out of line? No, they're within the confines of their operations, their laws.
Right. And not only are they going in there and just trying to get their stuff done, they're battling local law enforcement to be able to get their jobs done.
Right.
Look, the parents are back.
So the problem isn't necessarily ICE.
Right.
Because it's just
the cities they're going into.
Well, it's the politicians on both sides of the conversation.
Agreed.
That are making
you're Tom, I appreciate your position, and I don't mean to interrupt, but it's important to note that there's only one place where these issues are erupting like they are, and that's in a leftist governor's state with a leftist mayor and a population full of people who have no problem stealing billions. And those people all carry the same mental attitude and apathy towards this country. Go ahead.
I'm not arguing that, right? I mean, I agree. That's why ICE is there. because there
Okay,
are
so I'm right.
behaviors there.
Just checking.
You're
Just
you're
kidding.
right.
I'm kidding.
The
Go ahead.
problem is not the guys that there are boots in the dirt, right? They just want to get up in the morning, they want to go to work, they want to make it home
That's
to their
right.
loved ones, and they want to be
That's
able
right.
to make sure there's a 20-year roof on their house. They're not asking
Yes.
for anything special. The problem is
And if nobody gets his joke about a 20-year roof, you do some research. It's funny.
Yeah.
I laughed. About it. That's a good one,
The
Tom.
problem is our leadership on both sides of the conversation, because our leadership is responding to 30-second audio video bites and on both sides. So you've got your left-leaning people who aren't necessarily wrong, they're just not always right. And
I will say this, Tom, to your point, we have a president that needs to shut his fucking mouth until an investigation is done.
because he's so divisive, right? He is part of the division.
Yeah.
He is a major.
And
He just needs to shut up.
Right. That is exactly what I'm getting at, right? It's
He needs to shut his damn mouth.
I love
Yes.
Trump. I love his policies. I just wish he would shut up.
See, I'm not the biggest Trump fan, but I recognize why he's in office. He's in office because we went too far left. And if Trump didn't run, it was going to be some other Republican that was in office. The problem we have with Trump is he's too divisive, he's too loud.
Right.
He's be quiet, let your people do their jobs.
But that's his mouth. It's not his policy.
But it's his mouth, and it's his mouth that is part of what's helping fuel the fire.
I agree. I agree.
With the folks on the left saying, "Oh, Trump,
They're going back and
ICE
forth.
is."
He has not.
And that's what I said. That's what I said earlier, right?
person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and actually, between now and his first administration, he's actually calmed down a little.
He
bit.
has.
He is slightly more intelligent in what he presents and what he says. It's almost like someone coached him and said, "Hey, think for 10 seconds before you speak."
Up.
Yeah, he's thinking 2.5.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you
that's
guys,
better
in
than
all
zero.
I need to learn that.
But hold on, but this gets back to what I said before you came on, Paul, too, right? This is the difference between him and Reagan, right? Like Reagan could do any of this stuff, and he was a communicator and he was a leader.
Well,
right?
yeah.
Like Trump is a lot of things. He's savvy, he's a businessman, but he's not a leader. He's not
a communicator.
He's not gonna
He's
lead.
definitely a leader.
No, he's not.
He's just not.
No, he's a boss, but he's not a leader. Like there's a difference between being in charge and being able to lead people.
Agreed.
He's in charge.
I would agree with that,
but he
Kevin.
can't
I
lead
would
people.
agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Go ahead, Paul. You were going to say
the
something.
problem is he is who we
He's
elected,
at his-
and we have to take the good with the bad, right? When JFK got elected, everybody that was close to him had to just accept he was a man whore, right? Like every person that gets elected is going to have his pros and his cons. Okay, come on, JFK and his brother were fucking the same woman.
Then using that logic, Paul, then Emily Randall's fine because her problem is that she's an activist. Like you can't be like, well, everybody who's elected has an issue. We just have to accept.
No, good Lord, man. I mean, I love you and appreciate you, Kevin, but talk about stretching credulity, dude. Listen, I'm talking about.
Is that even a word? Go ahead.
It is now.
Oh, did you pull out your thesaurus? I love it.
I sit down and try to learn a new, very big 3-syllable plus word at least once a year. And in doing so, it's increased my vocabulary extensively. So in all seriousness, though, she's become an activist. And at what point can we acknowledge that once you're a politician that has become an activist, you're no longer representing your constituents? You're representing
I think it's
people that agree with
visceral.
you.
Hold on, Paul. I do have one question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you think she was an activist before she was elected?
I think that she was on the cusp, and to Kevin's point, he was right about this, that she is exactly what the left elected, and that's why they elected her. Now,
because if you start as an activist and you're elected because of that stance, then you're serving the will of the voters that put you in office.
Yes, but that's not what you're supposed to do as an elected rep. You're supposed to represent.
Whoa. Professor
What?
Beeler's
You don't
jumping
agree?
in.
I mean, go ahead.
there's three different types of how people act in the legislature. They're either talking about what represents their constituents best, or they're voting with their own conscience, or they're taking into account both of those models when they vote.
For sure.
So
100%.
there are three different types of people in
There are three
or
different
even
types. But how is our republic structured, right? And you know the answer to this. Our republic is structured in such a way that an elected representative is, in theory, right? Not in practice, but in theory, their job is to represent the people, right, of their district.
That is
right?
absolutely their job.
And now, again, to your point, somebody like Tara Simmons or somebody like Emily Randall comes into office and they have this mindset that, well, 51% of the people in my district elected me, therefore they agree with me, and I'm going to represent just that 51%. Now, I can understand the argument to be made for that, okay? I don't think it's proper, is my point. I don't think that's appropriate. It's the lay of the land now, right now. I mean, I don't think anybody can deny that. My problem isn't necessarily with them doing that, right? My problem is with Emily Randall taking positions and actively speaking to the public about things that she knows as a lawmaker are lies. It's the exact same problem people had with Trump on January 6th. She's going out there, she's spewing lies specifically with the intent to basically cause exactly what we're seeing happening in Minnesota. You guys got this. Trump is a dictator. Trump is a fascist. ICE is breaking laws and they're kidnapping people, right? They're going into
that's
homes
more
without
that
warrants.
divisive behavior.
At no point in time are any of these lawmakers saying, oh, yeah, by the way, ICE is the one law enforcement agency that actually doesn't need a warrant in order to question you or go into your house in order to determine your citizenship, right? That is very clear. It's in their charter, right? But they're not telling people the truth. They're telling people that these are Hitler's brown shirts. Do whatever you got to do to stop them.
Well, can I play something just to give you an example, Paul? I'm gonna play a video that Emily Randall actually uploaded onto her very own Facebook today. I know that Beeler is a big fan.
Well,
of
I haven't
Randall,
seen this.
so
I haven't seen anything today. I haven't seen anything today, so this will be news to me, Kev.
All right, so I'm going to share it. Let's see if everybody can hear it. Here we go. This is Emily Randall on her Facebook earlier today, talking about what's going on in Minnesota.
God, she looks rode hard and put away wet, don't she?
Lori.
Hey, now, here we go.
Like most of you have
now.
Hold on, my computer's open. Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
Like most of you have now seen, there has been another murder in Minneapolis by DHS agents. Last week, I was in the Twin Cities for the memorial of Renee Nicole Good, along with doing an immigration hearing. And now another person was shot dead in the streets. I'm horrified. I'm angry. I'm heartbroken. And I also know we need to take action. I'm grateful for the people in the streets with whistles and cameras, peacefully protesting, but also doing their duty to watch and report. It takes all of us to stop this fascist takeover of our country. That's why I, along with my colleagues, have introduced articles of impeachment against Secretary Noem. That's why we must demand accountability and prosecution of immigration agents who are shooting people in the streets. No qualified immunity for state-sanctioned violence. And that's why I voted fuck no on the DHS funding package on the House floor this week, and I'm calling on every member of the Senate to reject it. No Democrat, no human should vote to fund Homeland Security, ICE, and Customs and Border Patrol in their rampant violence without accountability. We have to stop this fascist takeover of our country. Like most.
All right, so there we go. So that is those were
first
people's comments.
First of all, I'd like to state that she made it very clear last week. She said nothing about being in Minnesota for Renee Good's memorial. She was there for other issues. She was there to promote herself and to promote leftist ideals and values. She never once before Renee Good's memorial service said anything, at least on none of the posts that I saw, about being there for that memorial. So that was just a convenient,
it's photo op. Yeah, it's photo op time.
Convenient for her. Yes. Yeah, like AOC going to the border and being on the wrong side of the fence. Exactly.
Paul, now come on.
No, she.
And again,
you don't remember that picture when she faked crying at the fence?
Yeah, I remember
Only
that. I
the,
was being
the
funny.
okay, all right.
Yeah. Couple of comments in here. Mike said Biden allowed millions in when they had wide open borders. Again, for me, this is not a conversation about the borders, right? Like, we have to secure the borders. I'm totally in favor of that. I think what Trump is doing in regards to controlling the borders and reducing the number of people that are coming across illegally and trying to all of that, right?
Yeah,
I'm in favor of all of that. The issue is
but
is he making it worse? Like, if Reagan did this, if Obama did this, if somebody who had the ability to speak to the American people in a way that seemed compassionate, seemed sympathetic, but stern, right? We're not going to let you people roll over us. We're going to do what we got to do. But they had some humanity in the way they presented it. I don't think all this stuff would be going on in Minnesota.
Right, Kevin, you're so right. I mean, that's very true. If you look back at Obama's presidency and Joe Biden's, a lot more immigrants were deported back then, especially
Obama put them in cages.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, we forget.
He did.
Obama, your poster child for the Democrat Party movement, the guy you wish you could go back to, the guy that you love and touch yourself in all the funny places at night when you dream of who the next president could be.
Right.
He put children in cages.
In cages.
And
It was a big deal, and nobody remembers it.
And you magically forgot it, but Trump's the one who did it. Now, that's the messaging that goes out there. Is that Trump did it, but it wasn't Trump. It was Obama that started it, and you guys forgot that.
It's not the messaging, though. It's how it's presented. It's not what it's. It's not what is said. It's how it's said.
How exactly.
And that is on both sides of this conversation.
And I really was hopeful for Trump to come back and be a little more aristocratic in his speaking.
It's not possible.
To the American people. He has done better.
And in defense
but
of
it
Barack,
still sucks.
And in defense of Barack Obama, have you ever ridden an airplane with some little kids on there? Some of them deserve to be in a cage.
Right. Let me
you're
use.
not wrong.
There's
Thank you, Mike.
great,
Mike, I know you were answering Margie's question. Thank you, Mike. Sorry about that.
Kevin, there's a great post here on our good friend Trojo's Facebook page on his post where he's trying to draw out the conversation. I'm only using this to illustrate what I said about the actions and the words being taken by these elected representatives. So there's a woman, we'll call her Michelle. We won't mention her last name, but Michelle points out. No, Michelle points out. Well, here was the conversation. She says to a man named Scott Gwynn, I know a lot of people who always carry, they would never be without it. Okay. Then another guy posts, I never leave the house without mine. They're talking about their firearms, but I also would never fight with officers of the law while carrying it.
Right.
And Michelle then points out, and this is the problem right here. She goes, well, if you call 911, are ICE agents going to show up to help you? No, they will not, because they are not law enforcement.
No.
They are.
What the fuck?
They're law enforcement.
That is
what the fuck?
But people believe that shit. Like they truly believe that. And until you have elected representatives tell the truth when they're on the stage, if you're the mayor of Minneapolis, you can say, I'm really getting pissed off. I want ICE to get the fuck out of my city. But people, you have to calm down because they literally have the right to be here. Like, all he had to do was express that. And then guess what? Now you have a conversation that can take place, right?
Yeah.
Because it's between Governor Tim Walz and Fry, the governor of Minneapolis, you literally have, we're both tipped to the left, but I want to know that I have a bigger penis than you do, right? Like,
by
I
the way,
put tampons in the boys' bathroom. Like, they're literally trying to outdo each other with dumb shit.
But do you know why, Paul? Can I tell you why? Because what are we not talking about? No. What are we not talking about right now? That whole Somali education funding, daycare.
$9 billion. Yes.
Yeah, it's now gone off the window. Tim Walz is like, thank God Trump sent ICE in here because now I got something to distract all of you people from talking about all this money that we're missing on my watch.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about it anymore.
Well, the Department of Justice is going to figure that out, and it's going to come back up. So,
well, it'll come back up at some point, but then Tim Walz will have left office and retired to some sandy beach in Southern Europe.
I mean, unless he ends up in prison.
Non-extraditable.
Non-extraditable. He'll be in Tunisia.
Non-extraditable. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he'll be in Tunisia. Paul, why do you have dream catchers on your wall? That strikes me as
lives with a
questionable.
girl.
Okay.
Because I rent where I live. And Amber, who everybody's met, this is her house, and she's gracefully allowed me to be here. And I don't go into somebody else's house, and I'm not a Democrat, dude. I don't go into somebody else's house and demand that they take shit down to make me comfortable.
That's right.
I love it, Paul.
Take down the dream catchers and put up some Templar crosses.
No,
Can you
they're
just go
kind
with
of
the
cool
program?
looking, dude. Except for the one that has the big duck in the middle of it over there.
I think Amber has great taste. I think it's great.
I love dream catchers, but I'm Native American and you're not. So I don't know why you're white patronizing my cultural heritage, you little bastard.
You better be careful how you say that about what color people are when you don't know certain things about people.
I know that you're Polish. That's as white as it gets. Like if you open a box of crayons, there's
Polish.
beige, white, really
pasty
white, extra
and Polish.
special white, and then Polish, which is the whitest of all.
Okay, that's right. I'm pasty white and Polish. And what ethnicity is the woman whose house this belongs to?
I'm guessing Native American.
Just waiting for an answer, Kev.
I'm talking about the space you're in. Like you're culturally appropriating my heritage.
Yeah, this is
It's
called
her
the
house,
living room.
dummy.
This is
Next
the
thing-
living room. It is
Next
her
thing I
house.
know, you're going to show up and demand that you get a copy of the proceeds from a casino or something. Just knock it off. Stop it. You racist bastard. Stop it.
Kevin.
Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask a question. How much longer? And we're stalling because Dennis isn't here to do break. We'll have to do breaks. We can tag our sponsors in a minute. Then we'll come back and talk about Tara Simmons because let's be honest, that's a conversation that's never going to end.
Yes, and there's more.
She's the Democrat's Donald Trump. She literally is a Democrat's Donald Trump. Like the story never ends with that whack-a-mole.
She's
but
listen,
anyway.
tell the truth, Kevin. She's the Energizer Rabbit, right? She's the gift that keeps on giving. Ding,
Yep.
ding, ding,
Yep.
ding, ding.
No, she's great. She's great.
Did you just call her herpes?
No. Well, you're right, actually. Yeah. Great
great.
point, Tom. Great
Tonight on
point.
Outlaw Radio Network, we learned that Tara Simmons is herpes. No, how long does this? Oh, by the way, Paul, we've made a universal decision without consulting you or Lori, for that matter, on the show. The four of us have decided this, and you guys don't have a say. The Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl. We're taking Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
We're taking it off.
We're not going to be our
No-
Super
no
Bowl
show on
Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Hey, listen. Okay, well,
And
check
guess whose
this
idea
out.
that was?
Are you ready? You know what I mean? Let me
Mine.
talk. Are you? Okay.
Go ahead.
Listen, I'm not going to be here anyway. I will
Where you
be in
gonna- you'll be-
Texas driving back with my son.
Oh yeah.
You'll be on the road during the Super Bowl?
I will be on the road,
Oh,
so I won't
that
even get to watch it.
sucks, man.
We'll be
I'm
able to
sorry.
stop and watch it.
Are you going to be
I
on
don't
the
know.
road?
We're
Be a little whiny
We're going to be
brat.
we are literally when the Super Bowl is occurring, we are going to be driving through the high deserts of Arizona and New Mexico. So
my recommendation
So you're not even
is
going to have cell reception.
Enjoy
to watch
it.
on your phone.
That's
stop
right.
off in Albuquerque somewhere, find a sports bar, settle down, eat your dinner, take 3 hours off, watch
Yeah.
the game. You're going to have to stop and piss
Stop
and eat anyway.
and eat and watch the game.
And by the
I'm
way, if you
concerned about taking a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Actually,
listen, if you go through Albuquerque, can I give you a recommendation of a place you and Hunter need to check out?
sure.
It's
Absolutely,
called Meow Wolf.
Her?
Meow Wolf?
Yeah, Meow Wolf. It's a
Contradictory.
it's a it's an interactive art exhibit. Really, is what it is. They're all over the country. There's one in Denver, one in Vegas. I've been to the one in Albuquerque. It's actually really cool. I won't tell you a lot about it because it'll spoil it. But it's a really weird kind of interactive art, mystery, weirdish kind of thing. But it's pretty cool. And if you go to that one, then when you go to Vegas with me, I'll take you to the other one in Vegas. And then there's one in Texas and there's one in Denver that I
will
haven't
you
been to.
please get Dennis?
Yeah, go. Even Andy says go to Meow Wolf for sure. If you need to use the restroom,
Look, I'll check it out, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
thank
will
you,
definitely
Kevin.
check it
That's
out.
so generous of you.
You have my permission.
Great.
As Paul would say, go shake a dew off a lily.
I will wait until we go to break. Thank you.
Shauna said there's one in Dallas. It's phenomenal. I have not been to the one in Dallas or the one in Denver, but they're on my list. Other comments in chat. Shauna agrees with me. Thanks. I'm not going to read your whole message. It says, I don't disagree with your point, Kevin. That's all that we need to say is that she agreed with me. I'm right. No, she said it's not Trump's job to control the mouths of other elected officials. And those elected officials are 100% inciting violence against law enforcement.
Hey, Lori.
True. Amen. 100%. But Trump isn't helping is all I'm saying. Hi, Lori. Did you have a comment you wanted to add to the?
I do.
Hi, Lori. Like the jersey.
Yeah, you guys are so cute.
2 of us are real fans. We wore jerseys. The rest of you aren't because you.
Well, I have I have several Seahawks sweatshirts, but they're really, really big on me.
And yet you're not wearing any of them.
I'm not.
I got a
because
really
I'm comfortable
cool
with
Seahawks
my
sweatshirt
tight
for
sweatshirt, who is keeping me warm.
Why are you not wearing
Real
it, Paul?
fans were at the game. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I was
Real
offered tickets-
fans could
hold on.
afford those tickets, Dennis.
My friend Dave offered me to go to the game with him, and I had to turn him down.
You could have went. We could have
No.
made it without
No,
you.
I was committed to church. My commitment to church it does not get overridden for a football
Hey,
game.
by the way, can I point out
I'm a fan of the
Admiral
Seahawks. I'm a bigger fan of Jesus. But go ahead, Paul.
Just hey, in all seriousness, did you hear Jackson Smith and Jigba after the game was over?
No.
Major props to that guy, man. Because the first thing he got asked how he felt about the win. He was on the big stage, they're presenting the trophy, and the first thing out of his mouth was, "I give all glory to God."
Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, it was just beautiful. Dude was in
Coolest thing I
tears,
saw.
man.
The coolest thing I saw after it, Matt Stafford was wandering all over the field trying to find Cooper Kupp because he wanted to congratulate Cooper Kupp.
Mhm.
Like the video, that's all he's doing. He's asking, "Where's number 10? Where's number 10?" That's
Yeah.
all he wants to do is congratulate his buddy. Lori?
By the way, HR is here now.
Yeah. Thank
Cool.
you.
So I would like to propose that from now on, if you're going to pull her hair, she gets to use tweezers and pull yours.
I love it.
Perfect. I love it. That's great. And you can't be mad because you agreed to
Oh
it.
my God.
You just said it was fine. You just agreed to it. Get the tweezers. Right.
I don't. Yeah, but what she did, Kevin. First of all, hold on, ladies, chill out, because Kevin did not let Lori finish talking. Lori and I already discussed this, and for every time that you pull her hair, she gets to use tweezers and pull your pubic hair.
No, that'd be the most
Kevin.
action I've had in a while.
Kevin,
Yes, Beals.
how do you like being choked?
No, don't do that, Beeler. He gets off on it.
Erotic asphyxiation is what they call it. All right, really quick before we go to
Wow.
other comments in chat. That's what killed Chris Cornell, I believe.
That's
David Carradine too.
David Carradine, yeah.
what killed the radio star too.
Yeah. Margie said, "Who let all the illegals in?" Literally every president.
Yeah.
I mean, even Reagan left some in here even after he did the amnesty program. So this is not a single president, single party issue.
The acts, the immigration acts that have been passed over the years are laughable at best.
They are laughable.
They
Yes, you are
have to come
spot
up
on
with
with that.
something way more comprehensive, or it's never gonna fucking work.
Yeah.
And it hasn't worked since forever.
Yeah.
To
Mike
your
said,
point, hold on, Kevin. To your point, nothing will work. No laws will work until the border wall is built and there is something that's effective to keep people out and people in. Until that wall is complete, you will never be 100%.
Well, we also need to change policy, though, right? So I would say we emulate like Canada or Australia, because if you want to move to Canada or move to Australia, it's really hard. You have to have something to offer.
You are correct.
Well,
Tom. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same here.
Not really.
Not
What do you think the
The
Irish? what do you
legal
think the
immigrants, yes, you
Yeah.
have to
Legal
be
is
something.
hard.
Here's
I've
the
looked
question
into
for
it.
you,
I've
Tom.
read it. I understand
What
it.
do you? What
I'm
do
not
you
talking
think the
about
Irish
illegal immigrants.
Can I just state something here?
Yes.
It sounds really stupid when you talk over each other, but it sounds
Amen.
even more stupid when I have to restart the bump because no one's fucking listening.
Please take the
Listen
break.
to what the fuck your producer's doing.
Hold on. Let's just do this. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll finish this part of the conversation. Beeler needs to go drain her 12-year-old
Yes,
bladder.
I do. My walnut bladder. Thank
And really,
you, Kevin.
The most important thing we've learned this hour on the show, your Seattle Seahawks are going back to the Super Bowl. All right, we're back after this, Outlaw Radio.
Thursday night under the lights, we ready for the fight. Hand it off to Kenneth Walker, call him K9 on the track. He's a dog in the open field, no looking back. While JSN is leading the league, putting DBs in pain. 1,500 yards, he's the king of the rain. Human field is rocking, yeah, we're turning up the heat. Loudest in the world, feel the bass beneath your feet. Who's out? Our house, we don't care what the Rams say. The king of the West is decided today. 12th man, stand up! Yeah, we see Cooper Cup wearing the college navy blue. Again, against his old squad, he's got a different point of view, even with cross.
This segment is sponsored by Destination Highway 420, proudly supporting our veterans in the Bremerton community. Visit them online at destinationhighway420.com. 21 plus only.
On a recent episode of the Outlaw Radio Network,
Some of our listeners even appreciated you dumbing it down for them. So, on behalf
Sometimes
of
I have to
thank you.
mansplain for people like. By the way, mansplaining is when men explain things to a woman in a condescending tone.
I just mansplaining.
That's the Outlaw Radio Network, Sunday nights at their new time from 6 to 10.
Outlaw Radio Network.
Admin a la carte are specialized local experts committed to helping you run your small business. From general admin and sales support to marketing, digital media and technology to real estate and compliance, Admin a la carte's only goal is to take your business to the next level. Find out how Admin a la carte can elevate your business. Visit admin-a-la-carte.com for more information. That's admin-alacarte.com. Admin a la carte. Your business doesn't fit into a box. Why should you have to?
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager, victim to fake pills bought from social media. This doesn't seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. So listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Are you ready to elevate your spirits? Look no further than Black Rain Spirits, your local craft distillery nestled in Town Square Mall. Indulge in the smooth richness of our handcrafted spirits, meticulously distilled to perfection. Whether you prefer the bold kick of our bourbon or the subtle sophistication of our gin, Black Rain Spirits has something for every palate. Visit us today at Town Square Mall and experience the essence of true craftsmanship. Black Rain Spirits, where passion meets perfection, unconventionally traditional.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network, powered by our friends at Destination Highway 420, proudly supporting our veterans in the Bremerton community. Visit them online at destinationhighway420.com. 21 and over.
Cannabis has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming. Keep out of the reach of children.
This is Spike Cohen. This is Jesse Young.
I'm Brandy Cruz, host of the Undivided podcast.
And you're listening to
my friends on the Outlaw Radio Network.
All right, really quickly, I need to clear up a comment that was made in the chat. Mike Fairchild is a fan of the Raiders. Mike, I'm glad. I didn't know you were a convicted felon, but you're okay to listen to the show. That's okay. That was for Dennis.
Because he's a Raiders
Because he's a Raiders fan, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
the Raiders.
Sorry, Mike.
Raiders and the giant Roomba.
Yeah.
Good
And then actually, I became a Raiders fan when they moved to Vegas because I support the team, football teams of cities I love, and I love Vegas and I love New Orleans.
That's why you're a Saints fan.
Yeah,
That is exactly why I'm a Saints
being a Raiders fan is like being a fan of VD.
Wow. That went
And
downhill.
outhouses.
Yeah.
Hey,
Listen,
Jake just texted me and said who flagged his comments.
No, we haven't flagged anybody's comments. We don't do that.
Somebody did.
Dun, 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 dun.
No,
I didn't do it.
the flags are good. I think it means you're an active poster on Facebook.
Oh,
yeah,
see?
those flags are
No
good.
assholes up in here, Jake.
It's a
Take it
bag of
elsewhere.
It's like you read my mind.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Look at that. We got to share too.
so hold on. What kinds are those? What kinds are those?
Oh my gosh. No.
What kinds are they?
Come on. Get on the microphone. This is blue bubblegum ice cream. This is my favorite
Is that blue bubble
in the
gum?
whole world.
Alicia just nutted. I'm gonna
I
put that
did.
in promo
I just
next week.
orgasmed.
Are you guys
Did
still
you guys
open
see
down there?
it?
Are you still
Oh
open
my
down there?
God.
No, we just closed up like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, see, I was going to come down and buy ice cream earlier. And I asked Tom, are they open?
thanks,
and Tom
guys.
said, no,
Oh
they're
my
closed.
God.
I thought
Oh my
you guys
God.
closed at 5 with everyone else.
No, we're open a little later until 8 p.m.
On Sundays?
Yeah, Sundays
Oh,
too.
So hold
Nice.
on. We're gonna detour
Yes.
for.
Oh
for a
my gosh,
second.
you guys. Don't come down
we
here
were
and get this
wondering.
blue bubblegum ice cream because it's my favorite and I
Is it
want
the
it
same one
all.
that you
But
had
It's
when
called
you
the
were,
Blue Bubble Cum
Oh,
ice cream.
so good. Yes, it
I heard
is
that, Paul.
exactly the
Is it
same
actually? Okay,
as
good.
Ocean Shores. Yes.
Okay,
it
good
is.
stuff.
Mm.
And what kind is the
Yeah.
other kind? What kind is this?
This is a tropical,
Tropical
rainbow sherbet.
Rainbow sherbet. Oh, this is really good.
I think the bubblegum might be a little bit different. They have
Actual
bubble gum.
So
is it actual bubble gums or is it the ones that like melt in your mouth like this?
It's kind of the same, but you can like save them and
Oh, no
then
way.
chew
And
them
chew it
all at
on?
the
Okay,
end
okay.
for a little bit.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
then it's like, the giraffe gum where it loses flavor within like 30 seconds.
Okay.
It's
okay.
like
yeah. Or
juicy
zebra.
fruit back in the day.
Zebra game.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
juicy
zebra gum.
fruit. Or,
Let me bring you guys some more spoons. I'm sorry
Oh
about
my
that.
God.
No, she just grabbed some.
You have to try this, please. Try it.
Trust
Let me
me,
ask
all
you-
Alicia wants to do is spoon.
Yeah. All Alicia wants to do is spoon.
That's
talk
not all
about
I
so
want to do.
the name of the place is Carmelo's.
Carmelo, yeah.
You're in the bottom floor of the Town Square Shopping Center Mall livery and post office, right?
Yep.
Let it melt, Betty.
Not
Let
too
it
far from Black Ring Spirits.
No.
Yeah, right across the hall.
Talk about what you guys do over there. Give people some info. If they
Yeah,
haven't
I mean
heard
it's nice. We're the only gelato shop in Kitsap County. So we're proud to say that, and we offer ice cream gelato. It is locally made. The gelato is made from Olympic Mountain Ice Cream. They're based out of Mason County.
of it. What is the difference between gelato and ice cream?
Texture. I mean, the gelato tends to be healthier. It's more, I believe, cream based, and just more rich
Is
in
there
flavor.
less sugar in
It is healthier. Yeah.
Healthier? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
How many flavors do you guys carry?
Ooh,
you can eat that all you want.
I mean, every
like that
week
with
we
sugar.
constantly have a new cycle of flavors, but I want to say about 19.
19.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
That's hard. For the gelatos, probably the espresso flake. Our coffee flavors are very popular.
I've had that one.
Oh, you had that one, yeah.
I've had that one.
You like that one?
Yeah, I love coffee anyways.
I know. My brother was telling me you guys have the whiskey flavored.
Yeah, I have a coffee flavored whiskey. I'm sold out of it. I sold out of it yesterday.
Yeah, I've heard. No, that's
Yeah,
been very
yeah,
popular.
yeah,
I have
well-
customers coming in telling us about that. So
Yeah,
You
it
should
won
do
me a gold
floats.
medal a few years ago.
Could you do floats? Would that be gross if you did a float like the coffee flavored gelato
Espresso flake.
With some
the
whiskey.
espresso flavored in the cup in the
so-
Toasted Joe?
The Toasted Joe would be like a really good drizzle over your ice cream. I wouldn't do a float
Mm.
because I mean that's
That's a waste of whiskey.
well, no, it's not so much a waste of whiskey. I mean, I don't know, me personally, it gives me bubble guts because dairy and
Oh, you're
liquor
gonna
in my
get bloated
stomach, I don't do well.
yeah,
You do like a drizzle over the top. It's the right balance. That'd be really tasty. I think.
yeah.
Anybody else want to try the rainbow sherbet? Because if you don't, I'm going to eat it all.
Yeah,
You like it? It's a nice tangy taste
Oh, I
to it,
love
right?
it, man. I love sherbet anyway. This is really good.
Good.
Do you guys have anything with like cherry and chocolate?
Spumoni.
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 So what is spumoni?
You have a
That is,
spumoni?
cherry chocolate.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yes, you know.
Paul's a fan of spumoni.
Yeah.
Was it
All right.
cherry chocolate and pistachio?
Pistachio. Yep.
Yeah.
Listen,
I have a
you
chocolate
literally
pistachio whiskey.
just made my last 6 months with this.
Good. I'm so
I
sorry.
am
I know you came in
so
a few times
happy.
and we felt bad.
No,
And we kept
don't
on
feel
trying to order it.
bad.
It's just sometimes they misorder what we
Yeah,
asked
yeah.
for and they bring the normal bubble gum with the bits in it. So
Yeah, but the blue bubblegum is far superior to the pink bubblegum.
it's been popular.
It's not
you're open till
even on the
7 on
same
Sundays?
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was that?
You're open until 7 on Sundays?
8 p.m. 8 p.m. Friday through Sunday, 12 to 8.
I'm going to come every Sunday before the show and get ice cream.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Because I was
You
going to
guys
get something tonight, but I thought you guys
Yeah,
were
yeah.
closed.
I apologize. I
I'm
thought
sorry.
you were closed too.
No,
My
that's all
bad.
good. Yeah, I know the mall has funny hours. We do anticipate opening longer as obviously the weather gets better.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
maybe even till 10 p.m. Who knows? Yeah.
We're pushing for the same thing here.
Oh, is that
in-
right?
In
No
the
way.
tasting room. Yeah, we find that like last night, man, I had a great day yesterday. I served customers here in the tasting room till after 10:30.
No way. Is that right?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
Yeah,
good to
and
hear.
Awesome, Tom.
the wine and charcuterie bar around the corner, they're driving a lot of late traffic in
Good.
too.
Good.
Love it.
So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean Port Orchard needs that. They need restaurants and food to be open a little later.
yeah, please.
Yes.
I was so
love it.
excited when that
Charcuterie, whiskey,
Wait a
ice
minute.
cream.
What is
Yeah.
their issues with being open later? You would think like they don't have
Dude, since COVID, everything is just
I
rolled
know.
up early.
You
But
have
I'm
to
just
go
saying,
to the
but they
high
don't-
tide to even go to a bar. Like,
But they don't have
after
like
10
armed
or
security
9.
wandering around here, so they're not paying somebody to be here later, are they? I mean,
No.
so why not just leave the doors open later if the businesses want it?
That's basically what happens. But
Most of the businesses don't
yeah,
be open late, right?
So yeah, most everything shuts down 6 or 7.
Yeah, they do what
And-
they want, Kevin.
Right.
That's
I
the
mean,
American dream.
it is all a bunch of individual
wait,
business
and
owners.
because if the mall's open later, the businesses are all the businesses are obligated to be open later.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
Like on
well, like at the Kitsap Mall, most businesses have to be open mall hours. So
Yeah.
if
Well,
the mall's
that's a
open
different kind of mall.
10 to 8, you guys got to be open 10 to 8.
Right, but like Monday, Tuesday, that's my weekend. We don't open at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
And so
It's the best ice cream ever.
Yeah,
I'm glad you really
there's-
like it.
Yeah,
If it were up to us, we'd be open till 10. But it's a off season, right? So once spring and
Right.
summer comes around, we'll be open later. And
yeah.
we,
'cause,
you know,
I mean,
we hope
the sun doesn't even go down till 10.
Yeah, exactly. We hope other restaurants do the same, and just it's nice to have somewhere open a little later and people can
Yep.
get a dessert.
Well, we'll
dinner.
we'll collaborate with you because, like I said, we're trying to drive later business too. So.
Yeah, you're part of the raffle too that we have, right?
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
That's exciting.
Yep. Yeah, so Carmelo's doing a date night raffle. There's a bunch of businesses in the building that have all come together. They quarterback the thing, and the idea is you can come in and have a date night for 2 and
Wait,
hit all the different
Are
businesses.
you guys providing the date? That is my question.
Oh, like arranging the date? Oh, that's a little beyond our payroll, I think.
Well, hold on.
So
why don't we
Carmelo
all
and
help with that?
Tinder?
The radio show will find Beeler a date. That's a great idea.
No.
Oh, this.
I'm on that. That'll be good.
That's awesome, guys.
Yeah, but no, we are. It's a great idea too. Last night we signed up a whole bunch of people for the
good.
raffle. Yeah,
Yeah, no, a lot
Right
of Iron Heat next door, Lone Star. It seems like
Yep.
everyone's doing it. So
Yeah.
It's great to see that.
So rad.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on, guys.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
You're welcome anytime. Stop by anytime, and I'll
Yeah,
come. I'll see you every Sunday now.
Oh, looking forward to it.
Thank you so much for the blue bubblegum ice
Thank
cream.
you.
Just totally made my last
good.
6 months.
We're
good.
I
Thank
think we got it covered.
We're good.
Paul,
Thank
this is what
you.
happens when you don't come in the studio, man. We get ice cream delivered,
Thank
and you
you.
don't get any.
Haha, Paul, it's so good.
Paul,
No.
Paul got the Safeway Select ice cream. It's not the same, buddy. It's just not the same.
It's not Safeway Select.
Oh, okay, whatever. I'm just saying, it's not the same. This is like some gourmet-ish over here.
It's so
It
good.
really is.
Yeah, I'm not a huge like bubblegum flavor guy,
so
but that's
good.
really good.
And it's so much better than the pink
All
kind.
right, I'm gonna
It's
try it.
so
Let me
much
try
better.
it. Beeler gave me a hard time for not trying it.
Yeah, try
No, it is really, really good.
so good. It like melts in your mouth. It's creamy.
It's ice cream. It melts. Sorry.
And I've had that sorbet.
but it's
really
creamy.
Tastes like bubblegum.
You know-
I'm not a fan of bubblegum.
Are we going to find a date for Beeler? Because
Yeah.
if we are, we
Mhm.
should do first date follow up afterwards.
We can't
no, that
steal
could be
other
fun.
rate. By the way, let me ask you guys a question.
Mm-hmm.
You've listened to those first date follow-ups
Yeah.
at other station in Seattle?
Mhm.
They're all fake, aren't they?
No, they're not.
They have to be fake
I think-
because everybody reacts
think
the
they
exact same way. Yeah, they've got to be fake.
I have no
Not
idea.
always. I heard one the other day where the lady called the guy and she wanted him to be her sperm donor.
Again,
was
they got to be fake. They're all too good of a story.
I mean,
Like if every once in a while
they
you had a
pick
good
the
story,
best stories. That's what they do.
Yeah,
don't they do them
man,
every day.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do several.
That-
Like
fact can often be weirder than fiction.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man.
I think that they probably get the stories in and record them, pre-record ahead of time, probably like months in advance because they probably get inundated. I mean, I think it was May, there was a 5-day series of To Catch a Cheater because a
I
girlfriend
heard
thought
that one.
her boyfriend was cheating, and then
He
the
was
wife
married,
called
yeah.
up and said, "That's my husband."
oh my god.
And then he was in Arizona with some other girl.
And then he was in Arizona, not LA or New York, like he told each of them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all fake.
That's stranger.
And by the way, whoever the idiot is in the background on those that has that laugh, you don't laugh. I'm talking
The
about
laugh. Oh God, it's so annoying.
that laugh. I'm gonna punch somebody in the throat if I ever meet him.
I don't know what
That
show you
laugh
guys
is
are
the
talking
worst,
about.
Kevin.
It's a radio show. You
It's
can
a radio show in Seattle.
If we find a link, we'll send it to you.
During
Okay.
drive time
It's
in the
always
morning.
on Facebook videos.
Yeah.
Where I come across it. All right. Before we switch gears, let's look at some other comments in chat. I'm going to work our way backwards. Kevin, you have been in the dating circuit. You know how hard it is to date and the horror stories that are out there. Yes, I do. Jake said most are probably scripted. Thank you, Jake. Jake agrees with me. Kevin said I'd move back to Porter if I could afford to. God bless it, man. It's so expensive to live out here. But it's expensive to live
the
anywhere.
whole state of Washington's expensive.
UW Dog Mom asked if they had dairy-free options. I think they said the last time we talked to them that they did. They just didn't
they
have
do.
Any, they didn't have any sugar-free options.
Oh,
Correct.
Carmelo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have dairy-free, but no
They do.
sugar for sure.
I hope they get some sugar-free. Okay.
I'll be back.
All right. And Shauna said to Mike, my stepdad being a Raiders fan has exactly why I'm not. Had to have a reason to fight with him. It's been over 20 years since they had a shot at the Super Bowl. That's true. Raiders are awful. I'm sorry, they're awful. And by the way, they still haven't hired a new coach yet. And when they hire a new coach, it's going to be somebody who's never been a coach before. He's going to be fired in 2 years.
Probably.
Welcome to the Raiders.
Probably.
Meanwhile, the Seahawks, get rid of Pete, hire a new guy,
Mm-hmm.
and on year 2, right back to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
This is a franchise that has their ish together.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of Buffalo Bills?
I think it's a great team with lousy ownership. Did you hear what the owner did?
Rubs the lotion on the skin.
So the owner had a press conference
Mm-hmm.
and with the GM talking about their new coach search.
Mm-hmm.
And the press was giving them crap about Keon Coleman, who was a receiver they drafted in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
You guys didn't use him. You drafted him, blah, blah, blah. And the owner took the mic and said, look, I just want to make it clear that the old coaching staff are the ones that wanted to draft him.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really want to, but we did it out of respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like they totally hung the old coach out
Right.
to dry. No coach worth his weight in salt is going to take a job there.
Yeah.
Like you'll
Because
get
you're not going to be supported.
yeah, you're
going
to get a coordinator who wants a shot to prove his name.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get an established coach. If I was going to grab somebody, I'd grab Pete Carroll.
At Buffalo?
Yeah.
Oh.
Phillip Rivers.
Well, I know Phillip Rivers interviewed too.
Interviewed.
But if
did
I
he?
was Phillip
Okay.
Rivers, I wouldn't take it. For them to. But if I would get Phil, I would get Pete, because Pete's only got a couple years left in him, if that, and they have a quarterback right now who's ready to win.
Pete's maybe got a year.
Yeah, but they've got a quarterback. Josh Allen is great.
Yeah, but Josh was part of the reason why the other coach was let go.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I would go get Pete,
Mm-hmm.
a coach who's got a system and knows what he's doing. You have a team that's on the verge right now. Buffalo could win next year.
Right. Yeah, they could.
LA was so far away. I'm sorry, Las Vegas was so far away when they hired Pete. That was a
Yeah.
stupid hire.
Yeah.
Because Pete wasn't going to be there for 5 years to
No.
rebuild the team.
No.
It was dumb.
Mm-hmm.
They were hoping for immediate, but they didn't. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't.
There was no way.
By the way, I love watching when quarterbacks leave Seattle and they go somewhere else and poop the bed. Like Russ went and pooped the bed everywhere he played, and Gino went and pooped the bed wherever he played.
Now, do you think that might make for a Seattle curse? Like, you come in and quarterback in Seattle for a contract or whatever, and then you move on and your career just tanks?
I don't know, man.
Like the Madden curse,
I don't know.
you make
I mean,
the cover
I
of
guess it
Madden.
could be a curse. I mean, there is a Madden curse. It's you marry Paul and it doesn't go well.
Damn.
Poor Paul.
Look at his face.
Oh.
I wasn't talking about you, Paul. You know that.
Sadly, though, it's accurate.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's
my God.
awful. That
I
was
love you,
so
Paul.
mean, Kevin.
Okay, let's go back to the rest of this conversation and wrap up this in with ice.
Okay.
Do we think, how much longer does this go on? Like, we're going to miss the show in 2 weeks because of the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still talking about ice after the Super Bowl in Minneapolis?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep. It's not
Yes.
going away.
No doubt.
So
No
the-
doubt.
All right, stop.
The
Collaborate and
Collaborate.
listen.
Oh.
I
I'm
back
out
with the
of
bread.
recognition. Also, iced teas come into like too loud. How do you
Tulelip?
Tulelip.
Tulelip.
Tulelip, yeah.
How long have you lived in this state, Beeler?
I mean, I know how to say it. It just wasn't coming out of my mouth. My mouth wasn't mouthing.
Tulelip. Ice Cube or Ice Tea? Who's
Iced
coming?
tea.
Ice Tea. Okay.
Yeah.
Ice Cube was just here.
Who's better, Ice Cube or Ice Tea?
I don't know.
Ice
I love
Cube.
them both.
Do you think
dang
Ice Cube
it.
is better? I do too.
Ice Cube's better. Ice Tea is legendary for the fact that he's such a godfather of the gangster hip hop scene.
And Ice-T is rad. He's been on everything.
Well, he has,
and he's a conservative.
Even Caleb
Rad.
Madden chimed in and said, all of the Maddens, we are cursed.
Oh no.
So even Paul's brother agrees it is a
Damn.
Madden curse.
Man.
And I was just talking about the video game.
Although, look,
Oh,
Caleb,
look at that comment. Read that one.
Caleb, just so that you're aware, like the last 2 serious relationships that I know that you've been in, we could have told you what was going to happen. So, just so we're clear.
Sometimes the obvious speaks, brother.
And I still have one of them on my friends list just so I can watch the drama from across the country. It's great.
Kind of like
Shauna
having
says,
Kevin and Paul's ex-wives on my list.
Shauna says, this is literally why I watch the podcast. Alicia, you're my favorite. Tom, you're my second.
Aww.
And then there's Paul, and then there's Dennis, and then there's Lori, and then there's the dog, Tom's dog, and then there's a guy from Carmelo. And then
Wow,
Way
me
at
and
the
Lori
bottom,
and the
there's
dog are at the bottom of the list.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Fuck y'all. I control the mute button.
I know you do.
I can mute all these bitches right now and take this whole shit over.
You know how I can tell you've had alcohol, Dennis?
What?
You bring up the mute button. That's how I know. Because usually
I bring that up every week.
and you usually have a drink every week. Okay.
Wouldn't
Jake
you
said Ice
drink
Cube
if
was
you were
better.
part of this show? If you had to control you, wouldn't you drink?
I'd be an alcoholic by now.
You'd be a heroin addict.
That explains it. It explains everything. I love it.
All right, Paul.
Dennis,
Are we
thank
still
you
going to be
for
talking
bringing that
about?
clarity to my mind?
Are we still going to be talking about Minnesota and ice when we come back and after so basically 3 weeks from now? Is this, or is it going to die down enough and maybe ice starts to pull back because they've arrested a bunch of schmucks, or maybe Trump sends them to another city, or what do you think?
I think that after the letter that Pam Bondi sent to the governor of Minnesota offering to remove ICE agents today, I think that an understanding will be reached to some degree. But of course, I don't think it's going to be what everybody wants, because she offered to start removing ICE agents on a couple of conditions. One of those was they were asking the state of Minnesota to turn over their voter ID rolls, or their voter rolls, as well as...
Which they're not going to do.
No, they won't do it. But you know why they're asking for those voter rolls? So that
They want to
know who
look for
go
illegals
after.
voting.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask a question. I'm going to ask this to Beeler because I think I know the answer because I am the constitutional scholar. But Beeler, the federal government doesn't have any say in the state voter rolls, right? The states run their own elections. They're in charge of their voter rolls. The feds have no constitutional jurisdiction over that, do they?
Not over the voter rolls. They do have jurisdiction over the layout when it comes to federal races.
Right.
Yeah.
But as far as the voter rolls and stuff like that, the feds really don't have a leg to stand on there, do
That's
they?
why they have to ask.
I mean, I think they do, and I think that's why they're bumping it up, because it's kind of an important thing. What is the issue with showing an ID?
No, I'm not. I'm totally in
even-
favor of it. All I'm saying is from a constitutional standpoint,
Yeah.
I don't think the feds have any room to.
No, because that's not really spelled out in the Constitution.
Yeah. And if they got a hold of the voter rolls, what are they going to do? They can't require Minnesota to fix anything
No, they can't.
because each state maintains their own their own
Each
voter
state
rolls.
has their own laws when it comes to elections. Yes.
Jake said, "I think there will be a bigger headline than ICE after the Super Bowl."
Mm.
Yeah, an agreement on Greenland.
Yeah, because the Seahawks are going to win.
That'll be one. But I will tell you that so according to Pam Bondi, the widespread protest against immigration operations were not a response to their aggressive deportation tactics, use of force against demonstrators, and the deaths of 2 civilians at the hands of federal agents, but rather because of the state's policies and its leaders' anti-law enforcement rhetoric, which is that's my take. Therefore, it was Governor Walz's responsibility to yield to her demands. Attorney General Pam Bondi has demanded that Minnesota Governor Tim Walz comply with 3 orders to restore the rule of law in a letter sent Saturday, declaring the discord in Minnesota a, quote, national tragedy. Bondi has accused Walz, along with fellow state and local leaders, of, quote, failing to support the men and women risking their lives to protect Americans and fomenting unrest in the North Star State. You and your office, and I quote, must restore the rule of law, support ICE officers, and bring an end to the chaos in Minnesota. They published it in the New York Times, by the way. Fortunately, there are common sense solutions to these problems that I hope we can accomplish together. To stop the crisis, Bondi has directed Waltz to repeal Minnesota's sanctuary policies for migrants and share information on its welfare programs, which have been under scrutiny over the alleged fraud in the government-supported child care centers and the millions of dollars in funds stolen through a food aid program. She also has requested access to the state's voter registration records to confirm that Minnesota's voter registration practices comply with federal law. There you go. Does that meet your understanding of their ability to do that, Professor?
Beeler.
Hello?
What? I'm sorry, what?
Paul, asked you a
Anybody?
question.
Paul, I'm sorry, I can barely hear you.
Oh, is there something wrong? You want me to talk louder?
Sure.
I think you need to mansplain.
What was the question? Just tell
what-
me the question.
Okay, so she just wasn't paying attention. Is that what you're saying, Kevin? All right, here,
Yeah.
let me try this again.
Shut the fuck up, Paul.
To stop the crisis, Bondi directed Waltz to repeal Minnesota's sanctuary policies. She has she wants the information on his welfare programs, which have been under scrutiny over the alleged fraud.
Right.
And the millions of dollars in stolen money. She has also requested, this is important, access to the state's voter registration records in order to confirm that Minnesota's voter registration practices comply with federal law.
Well, yeah, I mean, the federal government does put out laws that have to be followed by the states when it comes to elections. They just don't set up how the election is run. So, yes, there are laws that the states have to abide by. All 50 states.
But that wasn't the question. Let me restate it in case you couldn't hear me.
No,
She
I'm
said-
trying to answer it, but you're not letting me get there. But go ahead.
They requested access to the state's voter registration records in order to confirm that Minnesota's voter registration practices comply with federal law.
And they've done that with every state, is what I'm trying to say. Literally every state has gotten that same thing. Even Washington got that same thing. Maybe not at the same time.
Okay.
Right?
So the federal government,
Washington's fighting that right now.
But you're saying that the federal government does have the right to say, Minnesota, let us see your voter registration records in order to ensure that they meet federal standards.
Right, because those voter rolls are connected to federal elections. So
Federal
yes,
elections.
it does
Okay.
fall under the
Gotcha.
purview of the federal government when it comes to that. The
Gotcha.
structure of the election is not decided by the federal government. There are other laws in place that dictate how elections have to be done.
Perfect. Thank you for your wonderfully detailed answer.
Of course, anytime, bud.
It's so nice you two get along. John said the radicals going into churches and interrupting worship is BS. Yeah, I mean,
People have been arrested for that, by the way.
yeah. If you're a white dude and you're a Christian in this country, the left hates you. Like, let's just be clear. If you're a white man and you're a Christian, the left hates you. Except to get used to it. It's not going to change.
Kind of always been that way, though, hasn't it?
Now it feels worse now, though. I mean,
it's
does
certainly
feel
a worse
now.
degree.
But somebody asked earlier in the chat about our division. I'm going to push back on one thing. I don't think we're any more divided than we've ever been.
I disagree
I think
with
it's
that.
louder than it's ever been, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, we've been divided over things in this country forever. Like, you go back to the election of 1800. Throughout this country, we've been divided on politics as long as this country's been around.
Mm-hmm.
What's different is what's different is the bullhorn that everybody has now in social media,
right?
And the fact that we have 24-hour news cycles, 24-hour news channels, and things that don't stop. And now it's in our ears all the time.
So does
really quick?
Okay.
I think we would all be a lot happier if, and I mean this, not that I'm ever going to give it up, but if we suddenly gave up social media and didn't have access to the internet, I think our mental health would soar in the positive.
Right. So don't you think that makes us more divided simply because we have a better means of communicating? So we take all this hate and vitriol and we scream it from the mountaintops, and because we have a better means of communicating. More people hear it, so more people are influenced, so more people are angry.
I think it's a mental illness thing. If you want my honest to God opinion, I think people hear about it and 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 hear about it, and you hear about it so much you can't process it all. And so you get angry, or you get dug in, or you shut down, or you refuse to hear the other side because your brain cannot process the constant flow of BS.
Right. No, you're yeah. It
honestly, I don't think
That's
we
where
are
I'm at in life.
as divided as we were before Biden. During Trump's first run in office, oh God, that was ridiculous.
You think we're more divided then than now?
Yep.
Really? Okay.
Now we're looking for something to make us more divided. It's like, 6 years ago, hold my fucking beer.
Yeah.
And the other thing,
point.
the other thing I hate too is the people that are marching in Minneapolis comparing themselves to the people that marched in Selma during the 60s for African American rights. Yeah, you're not the same.
Yeah. No.
You're not the same. You're multicolored hair people that don't really understand the issues, that want to throw rocks at officers because they're officers. This is as good of a place as any to talk about Tara Simmons. So a couple things. We Lori just showed us part of why we got distracted earlier, Paul. The 23rd has passed a motion to remove the PDC complaint from Tara.
What?
So even though they had filed a PDC
complaint.
Though they had filed the complaint, tonight a motion was passed that would remove the complaint, which again is Dems looking out for Dems. Tara, you're dirty as hell. And Tara also proposed a bill, we mentioned this briefly earlier, that basically said anybody who's worked for ICE could not be hired to work in law enforcement in the state of Washington. So
that sounds.
You guys pick
how does
where
that
we want.
even
Which
pass
one of those?
muster, man? That's the
It's a
definition
proposed bill. It's a proposed bill, so
but-
it may not pass muster. It may not go any further than that. She can propose. She could propose a bill that says pancakes have to be purple. It doesn't mean it's going to make it.
Here's the thing, though, dude.
It doesn't mean it's
First
going
of
to make
all,
it.
you're a lawyer. You're a lawyer. She's a lawyer, and she should have a basic understanding of what prejudicial laws are.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't get like. Why would you think you could segregate a segment of society and say you're not eligible to apply for work? It doesn't make any sense. And
agreed.
It's the same kind of discrimination that's been dealt in the past, is just a different target.
It's pure discrimination.
Yeah.
Pure. Yeah.
The Democrats have been discriminatory for 100 years, Paul. Like, affirmative action. We're going to hire a certain number of these people, but we're not worrying about it. It doesn't matter how many white people we hire. That doesn't matter.
Hey, brother, I love you. Keep talking. I gotta run to the little boys' room. I'll be right back.
Oh my God. I'm going to take his camera off.
Paul.
This is like teaching toddlers, I swear to God.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me remove them. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm standing up. My back's killing me. The fact that the 23rd LD made a PDC, public, what is it? What PDC?
Public Disclosure
Commission, right? They filed a PDC complaint, which basically means they're accusing Tara of not reporting money that went somewhere for something.
Correct.
Now, I believe this was $30,000 that went to organization she was affiliated with and whatever. And now magically on Sunday night, they've passed a resolution where they're going to remove the complaint. If that doesn't stink in Denmark, I don't know what does.
Lutefisk.
And I'd like to encourage Robert Parker and the other Republicans in the county to refile the PDC complaint. The Democrats just did all the legwork for you.
They sure did.
Copy their freaking complaint. Just resubmit it.
Hey, Jake is confused. He wants to know what exactly are these ICE agents, like National Guard or military? No, Jake, they are a federal
branch
law enforcement agency.
It's Immigration Customs Enforcement.
Yes.
Under Department of Homeland Security.
Right.
Yes.
Which I believe also is the umbrella that covers Border Patrol too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
They're all connected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they're not military. They're law enforcement.
Yeah, they are.
But
FBI.
a lot of military leave the military, go to ICE.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just like
buddy,
they go to
Jake,
the
you're gonna
post
have to
office.
Google that, man. We can't do that on air. Come on.
How many
Tell us the
agents
answers.
nationwide?
Hold
Who
on.
knows?
Well, I mean, how many do they admit to, and how many are there? I mean,
Well, doesn't
I mean-
that has to be disclosed?
about 220,000 according to the Department of Homeland
Which is
Security.
not a ton when you're talking about 50 states.
50 states and 350 million
Yeah, and they go to other countries. Maybe they do. I don't know. They don't. I don't know why. I even
Secret
said that.
Service
I'm
would
just
do
gonna
that.
stop talking right
Yeah.
now.
But listen, 220,000. Oh no. Hold on. No, they have between 10 and 22,000 agents. They
10 and-
received 220,000 applications.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's only 10,000.
There are 22,000 agents nationwide.
throughout 50 states.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
In a very big landmass.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
It's not rocket science. It's not like they're storming fucking Normandy, people. Come on.
Hey, Paul's back. Let's bring Paul back. Hi, Paul.
Hey, so just so that you're aware, there's a reason I hit the mute button. You didn't have to fucking remove me from the chat. Love you, but then
Well,
it
I
took
just
you
removed you
forever
out
to
for a
bring you back
second
in.
so that we were
Anyway,
bigger on the screen.
hey, you're in a good conversation here, brother. Good conversation.
Is that sarcasm? I
Dude,
can't tell.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. In fact, I took a second here while I was waiting for you to bring me back on, and I actually went to one of the pieces of software I use, and I asked it to define immigration and customs enforcement as well as their responsibilities, mission, and duties. Right?
Okay.
Because I think this does not get talked about at all. Right? Like nobody ever talks about it. Right? So the definition is. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is the principal federal law enforcement agency, keywords there being law enforcement agency, right? Responsible for enforcing immigration laws within the interior of the United States, as well as investigating cross-border criminal activity. Catch that?
Cross
Do you
border.
see how broad that is?
Cross-border.
Cross-border criminal activity.
Yeah.
It was created in 2003 under the Department of Homeland Security in response to the 9/11 attacks. Why? Because we needed an agency with broad authority to handle things that were going on across state borders.
Mhm.
This is super important, and this is what isn't talked about. And this is just going to my point from earlier. Okay, and again, it was
Well, hold on.
created in response.
By cross border, they don't mean state borders. They mean the U.S. the national border, right? Not state borders.
No. Investigating cross-border criminal activity within the states. Remember, the agencies didn't talk to each other. People had information about the 9/11 hijackers. What they didn't do was share it with the neighboring states. ICE created a system for them to be able to do that. So they investigate cross-state border criminal activity. This is so important. That's why it blows my mind. You have lawmakers that don't seem to understand this, and they say the exact opposite. They don't have any power over you. They can't talk to you about X, Y, and Z, okay? They can't hold you and all the rest of this stuff, right? They have merged the interior enforcement functions of the former Immigration and Naturalization Service, that was INS, and the U.S. Customs Service, okay? Unlike U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, which guards the ports of entry and borders, ICE operates inside the country. Almost like federal marshals with much broader power. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. ICE has three primary operational directorates. One, enforcement and removal operations. Those are EROs. This is most publicly visible arm of ICE responsible for immigration enforcement inside the U.S. Second thing, apprehension and detention. Identifying, arresting, and detaining non-citizens who are in violation of immigration law. 2, removal deportation, managing the process of removing individuals ordered removed by an immigration judge. And fugitive operations, targeting at-large non-citizens who are subject to final orders of removal or who have failed to report for removal. Next, management of the detention system. They oversee a network of hundreds of federal, private, and county jail facilities that detain non-citizens during removal proceedings. Next, Alternatives to detention, managing programs like ankle monitors, smartphone check-ins for individuals released from custody while their cases are pending. Next, transportation and removal operations, operating a fleet of aircraft, often called ICE Air, for domestic transfer and internal or international removals. Okay. Now, next big section is Homeland Security Investigations, HSI. It is a broad criminal investigative arm and is often considered the second largest federal investigative agency after the FBI. Do you ever hear anybody talking about this on national TV?
Not that agency.
No, you don't. That's right. Their job is transnational crime investigation, combating human trafficking, drug smuggling, arms trafficking, and financial crimes like money laundering and trade fraud, etc. Cyber crimes, investigating child exploitation, dark net markets, and cyber-enabled financial crimes. Intellectual property theft and commercial fraud, protecting trade and economic security. Next is human rights violations, pursuing war criminals and perpetrators of genocide who are in the U.S. Counter-proliferation, preventing the illicit transfer of weapons and dual-use technology. Identity and benefit fraud. This is a big one for anybody that's worked on, I don't know, the IRS. Investigating document fraud and immigration benefit scams. Worksite enforcement, investigating employers who knowingly hire unauthorized workers. I mean, you see how much more fraud this is. What's that?
I said it, which happens more than you think it does.
Right, absolutely. The Office of the Principal Legal Advisor, the OPLA, is the largest legal program in DHS, providing in-house legal counsel for ICE. They represent the government, its attorneys, not the DOJ, by the way, prosecute cases in immigration court, representing DHS in removal proceedings. Their key powers and authorities. The ICE's powers are derived from federal statutes, primarily the Immigration and Nationality Act, primarily, but not only. Arrest and detention authority, search authority. ICE can conduct searches incident to an arrest. I don't quite know how that wording works. ICE can conduct searches incident to an arrest. For worksite raids, they can typically obtain criminal search warrants. For HSI investigations or administrative inspection warrants. For that's for I-9 paperwork audits. Mm-hmm. They can issue detainers. ICE can issue a detainer, that's Form I-247, requesting that a state or local law enforcement agency hold an individual already in their custody for criminal matter. By the way, that's a big issue, right? That is routinely talked about by the federal government because they're saying these whether we'll use Bremerton or Kitsap County, right? This is a sanctuary state. These are sanctuary counties within the state. They do not hold. ICE will come in and say, you have a murderer from Guatemala in your jail. Hold him for us. We will come get him. So what happens? Now, better yet, let's say Minnesota. There's a big list of people that have committed nasty crimes in Minnesota that are illegal aliens. So ICE says to Minnesota, keep these 30 guys in prison. We will come and pick them up from you because they have to be deported. What does Minnesota do? Minnesota says, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to let them out. Now, ICE is forced to go pick these guys up on the street instead of just getting them into jail. And when ICE has to go pick them up on the street, what happens? I don't know. Crowds of people with whistles show up. People with guns stuffed down their belt buckles show up, right? Women who decide they're going to park their car in front of them while they're trying to pick up this illegal individual. This is how this shit goes south in a hurry, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And it's all as a direct result. Remember, in the law, it's if not for then. If not for the actions of this wouldn't have happened. If not for the immigration policies of the state of Minnesota by declaring themselves a sanctuary state, this shit would not have happened. None of these people would have been shot. None of them would be dead if Minnesota was not a sanctuary state. No. Right? I mean, this is not difficult. This is why, as much as I love Jeremy and others that are on there posting this stuff, they're morons. They're just too stupid. Please don't procreate. You're not smart enough to have children.
And Margie said, why didn't Trump use FBI, CIA? Margie, ICE
it's
is
outside of their
the
purview.
arm that deals with illegal immigration.
Well, and the CIA is not allowed to operate on U.S. soil.
Exactly, that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
FBI can't.
So
but the CIA
listen,
can.
and there's still more, right? Access to federal databases. ICE has broad access to the vast Department of Homeland Security and FBI databases containing biometric, criminal, and immigration history information, which leads to number 5, which is seizure and forfeiture. In connection with criminal investigations, ICE has the power to seize assets derived from or used in criminal activity. That's all criminal activity. International liaison, ICE attaches agents to U.S. embassies worldwide to coordinate international investigations and removals. And guys, I am not done. I could go on and on and on, but let me just sum it all up. ICE is the federal government's primary agency for enforcing immigration laws inside the U.S. and investigating what we discussed earlier, cross-border crime. Its powers are very broad, centering on the authority to arrest, detain, and remove citizens and non-citizens, as well as investigate a wide array of transnational crimes. Its responsibilities are split between high visibility, that's the removable people, and the investigations HSI, which is cross-border criminal activity. So I would be willing to bet that 99% of our listeners are going, oh, fuck, I didn't know most of that.
No. Because nobody's going to say it because it doesn't back their agenda.
Right.
Doesn't back the narrative.
Well, and ICE is relatively new. I mean,
2003.
Yeah, so a lot of people maybe don't know what they actually do. I mean, maybe they think they are this paramilitary unit that goes around scooping up illegal aliens, just doing that shit that they have to do, right? Who knows?
Right.
Well, and listen, rather than having the arguments about ICE, the crux of the argument has to be our immigration policy. Because ICE would not be like, well, that'd be necessary, but we wouldn't be having this conflict regarding ICE if we had outlined federally a workable plan for our immigration policies and that the states were on board with.
Well,
and that's the problem, is that we've never put a policy in place in this country that has effectively addressed the people that come here illegally. And that goes all the way back to Reagan in the 80s, who gave amnesty rather than deal with it. He just gave amnesty to a bunch of people, said we're going to fix it. They never fixed it. And we're right back exactly where we were.
Because we have a policy of discrimination, if you look at it, an unwritten policy of discrimination.
Okay, explain.
Okay. Tech companies, especially in Seattle, which I'm acutely aware of, curry favor with whatever administration so that they can hire cheaper sourced IT tech workers, specifically India. And they, there's the lottery system to get the different work visas, but they also curry favor to get extra lottery slots.
She said
So you
curry
have-
and Indian favors.
Thank you for calling tech support. My name is Haji.
But I'm just saying that's what they do on that end. But yet you have, farm workers from Mexico and from other Latin American countries, Central and South America, who, are seen as less than, I guess you would say.
Yep.
And so, no, push those back. We don't want them. But yet, the corporations do not want to stem the flow.
Right. No, because they want to have, but again, I think that gets back to what Paul had said earlier about how, they have to, or maybe it was Beeler or Tom that said it, that if you're going to let somebody into this country, they have to be able to contribute in specific ways. Right. And you can argue, I'm not arguing this, but people do argue, well, the unskilled laborers from Mexico, that anybody can do that. There's no special skills required to come here and pick our produce. But the people that are coming from Taiwan or from Vietnam or from India or the Philippines that are really tech savvy and they have really special skills, that's some specialized education they have to have. They would really be a benefit to the country. I think, again, I'm not debating what you're saying, but I understand why some groups would argue, well, those are the people we need here because that's where we're moving. That's the kind of, you know what I mean?
But do you understand why the corporations want them?
Yeah.
Because they're cheaper than hiring Americans.
Yes, exactly.
They
They're
charge
cheaper
less, yeah.
labor. Yeah.
And Mike, you are so correct that the fight is by changing the law if we don't like it, not the battle of those enforcing that federal law, because they're just doing their jobs. That's what they go out there every day for.
Jake said, I am Native American, and as far as I'm concerned, you all are immigrants. Jake, amen. I'm a Native American too. I actually have my tribal card in my wallet. You and I are First Nations people, and everybody else needs to get the F out. Thank you, Jake.
No, listen. First of all, let's be clear.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, not only were they conquered, hold on. Not only were you conquered, motherfuckers, but you conquered a great group. You want to talk about First Nations people? Let's talk about the Denisovians, right? Tom will tell you all about them. That was a group of people that were here before your First Nations people were here. Just saying. And those are the facts.
The story of Europeans coming to the New World, it is no different than the story of people moving around the globe. I mean, you see it with the ancient, the Romans and the Greeks and the Huns and on and on.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but the Romans, the Greeks, and the Huns don't have casinos.
Nope.
Go ahead,
well, I don't know. The Greeks might have some casinos.
Not here, they don't.
No, not here.
But we do.
And real quick, Paul, are you going?
But no, I'm just talking about people conquering people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of.
So hold on, I want to answer this.
history of
Jake asked, "What are all you effing history professors?" Well, let me answer that.
No,
Tom. Do you have a degree in it?
Anthropology.
He's an
Anthropology degree. Tom has an anthropology degree. Alicia is a college professor, teaching mainly in governmental history and politics, right?
Political science.
Political science, yeah. Paul is Polish, so he can tell you all about what it's like to lose. And, and I'm a constitutional scholar, so I mean,
You're not.
Oh wow! And I'm just top liver.
And Lori is an expert on business law, human resources, the issues that face businesses today.
Lori, what is your degree? Accounting?
My degree is a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Accounting, and Foreign Languages.
Okay.
That's amazing. Really quick, can we go to the comments again? Because
Yes, go ahead.
Mike made another comment. Wouldn't there be less collateral damage if sanctuary cities held the criminal illegals until ICE came to deport them? Yes, Mike,
100%.
that's
the
how
whole point of the
system is
conversation.
set up.
Yeah.
But we have so many sanctuary cities and sanctuary states that are not providing that access to illegal immigrants. And in fact, we faced that here in Kitsap County when I was the pretrial services administrator. They would not call ICE to come and pick them up if they had a federal detainer. So it's
And why? Let me ask a question. Why do you think that is? Like, why would the states not want to get?
I don't think it's all counties in Washington is the thing. It may be a sanctuary state, but not all of the county sheriffs are enforcing that. Like Key Swank, I know the one that, is it? I want to say Jefferson, but Aberdeen, that area, Hoquiam,
Grace Harbor.
Grace Harbor, yes. I think it's their sheriff who also is not enforcing that. I could be wrong though, but I know that Key Swank is one of them.
Right.
And there's one other prominent sheriff in the
His
state that
speech was
is also
amazing,
not doing
wasn't
that.
it? Wasn't his speech amazing? The little bit that he put
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Very
Hold on.
impressive.
Yeah,
I
I
wanna-
texted his wife to see if we could get him on. I'm waiting to hear back.
Nice.
But hold on, I want to get back to my
Yeah.
question though.
What?
Why? How does it make sense? Lori's raising her hand like a third grader who's got to pee.
I have answers.
How does it make any sense for a state to say, we just arrested this really bad dude who's here illegally. He's sexually assaulted somebody. He's robbed somebody. He's whatever. I'm talking a felony. What sense does it make for them to not call on a federal detainer? Like I can understand if it's just, well, she's here illegally and she shoplifted. Okay, that makes sense to me. If you want to scream, let's be lenient. Okay, whatever. But we're talking about really bad people doing really bad stuff. What is their motivation to keep them?
Yeah, murder, rape, and kidnapping. Don't excuse
politics,
that.
brother.
Exactly.
Straight up
Dennis's idea of a Friday night, but
It is politics, but it goes deeper than that. Our sanctuary policies here in Washington State go so far to prevent the county auditors for every county from cleaning up the voter rolls. If they do that, even if it's to clean off dead people, and I know that sounds horrible, but to make sure that ballots are not sent out to voters who have passed, to do that, the auditor will be jailed for that. They will be removed and they will be jailed. Why is that policy in place? Because the power in Washington state has been traditionally held by the Democrats for what, 40 years now almost?
Since 88, since 1988.
Yeah, and because of that, they're trying to ensure that the people that they help the most continue to vote for them and their families continue to vote for them.
Yep.
They're building out their voter block.
Mike said,
Yes,
I don't
Lori's
understand.
1,000% correct.
Yeah, Mike said, I don't understand how I understand this and see the fact if we upheld federal law, we would have less non-criminal deportations. So if I can understand this, why are our elected officials not seeing it? Which again gets back to what I said before. Like, what is the
and it gets to Lori's point, right, Kevin? They don't. It's not that they don't see it; they know that it's the case. You hear people screaming at the top of their lungs, that Democrats keep doing these things for certain voter blocks. Why? To endear them to those voting blocks, so that those people will continue to vote for them. That's what it's all about, man.
Mm-hmm.
So much of this is all about that. I mean,
And
Minnesota's a prime example. Go ahead. Lori.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole even further, and I'm going to say that this falls into the agenda for UN 2030 or the World Health Organization.
You went way down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I did. Because out of all the countries in the world, the U.S. has been the one that most has been targeted, especially in the last 10 years. And how do you destroy a country from within?
Yeah. Oh, no one would be foolish enough to invade the United States.
No, they wouldn't.
Communist
They're not going to be
Manifesto,
overt.
right? Lori, wasn't that part of the plan in the Communist Manifesto? Was to take control of the schools and the education system?
Yes.
I mean, this stuff is out there. It's right there. Just read it, folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
We look back today in U.S. history, Kevin, and I would ask you to ask Professor Beeler about this, right? Like in U.S. history, how do you guys, and a constitutional scholar, Kevin, how do you guys discuss McCarthyism, right? It was this big bad thing, right? Trying to root out the communists within the country and within politics, right? But was it really?
No.
I mean, was
wasn't.
it the Salem witch trials, or was it people who had an understanding and said, we can't let these fuckers get a foothold?
Well, I liken it a lot to the Me Too movement, Paul. Like some people were accused of being communists that weren't, but they lost their livelihoods. They were kicked out of Hollywood. It really compared to the Me Too movement.
There was
for me.
collateral damage. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Okay. And really, I have this high notion idea of what this nation is supposed to be, where stuff like that shouldn't be able to happen. Me Too movement, McCarthyism, whatever, right? The idea of a accusation only destroying somebody's lives, taking away their ability to provide for their families, blacklisting them, whatever, without any scintilla of evidence, that should never be allowed to happen in this country. We're supposed to be better than that.
Yeah.
We are supposed to be. Agreed.
You can't protect from that because a lot of that's not government, right? Like some of it's government, but some of it is private businesses hearing, oh crap, I think this person has been accused of something. I don't even need to see evidence. I'm just not going to hire them or employ them because I don't want to do it the fallout if it's true. So it's a really sticky wicket, right? On one hand, you don't want people losing their livelihoods, but you also understand why a business would say, well, God, man, Jeffrey Epstein's not really been convicted of anything. There's just rumors going around. Maybe I will hire him as our new financial advisor, or maybe I won't because if it goes south, then I look really bad for hiring him. So it's a funky place to be. It's the same thing with all this stuff with illegals, right? Like, how do you know when you're hiring people? Paul, I'll talk about you. You've run small business before. Laura, you run businesses. Tom, you run a business. How do you know that the guy that you're hiring is really an American citizen? Because fake docs are everywhere.
True.
People work under false social security numbers all the time.
Yeah.
You don't know what you know what I mean? So
let me ask, Kevin, hold on. Let me ask Lori a question. Is it my responsibility as a small business employer? Is it my responsibility to know or ascertain that the employee that I've just hired is using fake documents or not?
Yeah. It is your responsibility because you're supposed to do verification of employment documents,
Correct. Yep.
I-9. And so if they don't have a valid passport or a driver's license, state ID, then you're looking at a birth certificate and a social security card.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
So-
and
But
it's
those
really
can-
what she just said is so important, Kevin.
Yeah, but those can be forged and faked as well.
Yeah, they can.
You know what
they
I mean?
can. And I mean, especially in our age group, let's be honest. I mean, our documents are probably the easiest ones to fake.
Yeah.
I just
We
had
wanted-
to go get mine myself. I listen, I have to fly down to Texas, right? And I was like, okay, shit, I got to go get this new ID, right? And I can't tell you because I'm going through divorce and I've just moved. Do you know, it was a pain in the ass for me to get my new ID. Do you know what I ultimately had to do? I had to print out my voter ID card.
Yeah.
My
your-
voter registration to
Right.
prove my citizenship in Washington. Even though I had a driver's license, I had a birth certificate, I had everything else, but I'm in a new house. I had no bills in my name.
Correct. Yeah.
So
All right.
it was a pain in the butt, but I did it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a quick break. Well, let's get our last break out of the way. While Dennis does that, I have a question for Lori since she works in the office. Do you know who the patron saint of copying people on emails is?
The patron saint?
Yeah, of copying people on emails.
Probably someone named Karen.
No, Saint Francis of Assisi.
Oh.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get into some other topics as
That's
well.
a good one.
Beeler's left for the night.
I even got that.
She was getting some back pain as well. One of us leaves when our back hurts, the other one of us stays and muscles through because we're a man. Argue with that, Beeler. We're back after this. Outlaw Radio. Stick around.
Volume up. Welcome back. Welcome to the dark side. Feel the ground shake. 12's in the building. Make the whole league break. Blue and green ghosts when the lights come on. Same cold feeling like it's 2013 all over again. Welcome to the dark side. Welcome to the dark side.
Okay.
Welcome to the dark side, night game tone. Defense so heavy, let the tape be shown. From the city where the noise don't fade.
They seem to tolerate each other. They just kind of like she'll walk up to him real slow. I watched her do it yesterday.
On a recent episode of the Outlaw Radio Network.
Yeah,
Some of
and
our
she
listeners even appreciate you
smacked him,
dumbing it down.
and he was like,
So,
"Cool, right? Fuck
on
you."
behalf of
Sometimes I have to
Thank you.
mansplain for people like. By the way, mansplaining is when men explain things to a woman in a condescending tone. I just mansplaining.
That's the Outlaw Radio Network Sunday night at their new time from 6
I've
to
never
10.
done it from Outlaw Radio Network. And so you can hear her growling at him.
Yeah.
On a recent episode of the Outlaw Radio Network.
Some of our listeners even appreciated you dumbing it down for them. So, on behalf of
Sometimes I have to mansplain for people like. By the way, mansplaining is when men explain things to a woman in a condescending tone. I just
Absolutely. I
mansplain.
think that's absolutely.
The Outlaw Radio Network Sunday night at their new time from 6 to 10.
Outlaw Radio Network.
Admin a la carte are specialized local experts committed to helping you run your small business. From general admin and sales support to marketing, digital media and technology to real estate and compliance. Admin a la carte's only goal is to take your business to the next level. Find out how Admin a la carte can elevate your business. Visit admin-alacarte.com for more information. That's admin-ALAC.
They think they're like,
what is carte? Your business doesn't fit into a box. You have to.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog. I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager, victim to fake pills bought from social media. This doesn't seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Many fake pills contain fentanyl at an amount small enough to fit two lethal. So listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Ready to elevate your spirits? Look no further than Black Rain Spirits, your local craft distillery, nestled in Town Square Mall. Indulge in the smooth richness of our handcrafted spirits, meticulously distilled to perfection. Whether you prefer the bold kick of our bourbon or the subtle sophistication of our gin, Black Ring Spirits has something for every palate. Visit us today at Town Square Mall and experience the essence of true craftsmanship. Black Ring Spirits, where passion meets perfection, unconventionally traditional.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network, powered by our friends at Destination Highway 420, proudly supporting our veterans in the Bremerton community. Visit them online at destinationhighway420.com. 21 and over.
Cannabis has intoxicating effects and may be habit forming. Keep out of the reach of children.
And then drive all the way back.
Yeah. Emerald City in the rain again. Lights low. Welcome back. Welcome to the dark side. Feel the ground shake. 12s in the building made the whole league break.
I'm disappointed in your
Blue and green goes when the lights come on.
Right?
Same cold feeling like it's 2013 all over again.
Are you kidding me? Are you that fucking stupid?
Welcome to the dark side. Welcome to the dark side. Yeah.
All right, Outlaw Radio. By the way, we didn't mute Paul's mic, and they're talking in the background during the break. So, just so you know.
I don't know. It makes no sense.
I'm going to pull them back real quick. They're having a conversation in the background. Are you going back to the cat? What's that? Oh, how cute! Lori's showing us pictures of the grandbaby. Are you going back to your camera over there? Okay, perfect. All right. So, listen, I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about next? Like, we can go back to the. I want to talk about Greenland. Can we talk about Greenland?
Let's talk about
This
Greenland.
is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
What about Tara? Are we done with Tara?
Oh, Tara. God, I've been so done with Tara.
Okay.
So, listen, listen. Here's the problem.
Hold on, about
Squirrel.
Greenland or Tara?
Squirrel.
Tara. From with Tara.
Okay.
Squirrel.
Oh, Paul's back. Okay, I'll bring Paul back.
Squirrel.
Hi, Paul. All right.
Jesus Christ, Margaret.
Squirrel.
What? You guys were talking in the background and your channel wasn't muted, and so I pulled you off for a second.
I had muted it unless somebody unmuted it, but that's not the
I
point.
could hear you through the
we could hear
Seahawks
you.
song.
Yeah, we could hear you through the whole Seahawks song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And do you want to know what we heard?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to know. Tell me.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Amber said, Paul, tonight you're wearing the strap on again. And you said, yes, dear. May I have another? Anyway, so.
Amber, they heard you talking about using a dildo on me. I mean, I don't know what to tell them.
Yes.
Okay.
Amber's like, I can only hope.
TMI.
Amber's like, I can only hope I can be satisfied for a change. Okay.
The other day, she asked me what it took to get Lori. She asked me what it would take to get Lori's beads.
Yeah.
I had to break that to her gently.
Luckily, Amber, you get a special rate for being affiliate with.
Just find out what diameter size she wants.
Right, and no engraving, no special engraving. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got a laser engraver.
Kevin's getting pink.
Shauna said, I love Amber so much. She needs to be included on the show with you, Paul. Look, we've hit our affirmative action quotient on this show. We got 2 women on here already. 3 if you include Paul when he's being a bitch.
Oh,
so I think we're okay.
Kevin. Those tweezers are going to come in handy.
I don't know why you keep going there, dude. It's like you have there's this real Kevin, and then there's this pretend Kevin that Kevin tries to put out there for everybody to see.
All right. Anyway, here's the deal with Tara. The problem with Tara is that she's still the pride and joy of the state Democrats.
Is she though?
Well, she is if they're removing if they voted to remove the complaint.
Right. But,
you know what I mean? Like,
but what did she have to do? I guess is what I want to know.
She
What
probably
happened?
had to share some of the blow and give away some of her gambling proceeds. I don't know. That's a joke, by the way, Tara. I'm just being funny.
Or prostrate herself or something. I mean, it's such a change.
Did you say prostate herself?
What is it called?
Yeah,
Prostate?
Prostate.
Prostate yourself or whatever.
Prostate.
Yeah.
I thought
Sorry.
you meant
We knew what you meant, Lori. It was
prostitute
okay.
or something. Like, what are you saying?
No, I said prostate
Okay,
instead.
no, you said
Prostate.
prostate. Yeah,
Prostate.
okay. All right.
Yes.
But I thought you
My
were
bad.
saying
No,
prostitute.
I did not. I did not.
And I was just thinking,
you
well, that would
said that word.
I'm just
not.
making sure that's not what you meant.
I did not say that word. I didn't mean that word. That was you, Kevin.
So basically, what you're saying is, if her political career doesn't pan out, she's got a career to fall back on. All right, just check.
No, that's not what I said either.
Tara Simmons is the first convicted felon to be elected to state office in Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
She could be the first former state representative to open her own OnlyFans. I mean, I think it'd be fine.
Okay.
There you go.
I guess.
Actually,
And isn't she a lawyer?
Yeah.
As well? Yeah.
And
she's not the first lawyer to have an open OnlyFans.
I
sure
do
not.
believe I've read articles. I couldn't recall what state or anything, but I'm pretty sure I've read articles about people losing elected positions because of OnlyFans accounts.
We need to put our show on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That's
you
extra
and Tom,
content.
And Tom can do the boudoir pics.
Build our brand.
Build the brand that way.
Paul, what do you think? Should we go on OnlyFans?
I think you need to stop with this conversation and just move on.
Well, Paul's unhappy because he doesn't want his OnlyFans getting exposed. And
Well, I mean, the thunder
There's
from
things
down
I
under
don't
is
want
coming.
exposed. I don't care about an OnlyFans page.
I'm so excited. Seattle's in the Super Bowl again. This is
I know.
This is so
Super
Can we-
exciting.
So listen, I think you hit on an important issue earlier tonight. There's something fishy in the canal when the Democrats who filed a PDC.
Wait, is that
complaint
Truan's
against-
face in the upper corner of your screen?
Oh, yeah, that is.
Hi, Truan.
He's getting-
Okay, go ahead, Paul. I'm
he's
sorry.
getting ready
This
for
was
bed.
so creepy. Hey, Truan, I heard you got first place today.
He can't hear you. He can't hear you because I'm on a headset. Don't cover the.
Oh,
All right. So, sorry, didn't mean to hit you that hard. You okay? Stop crying. Get up. You'll be fine. I'm not Jeremy. All right.
Rub some dirt on it.
Rub some dirt on it. I was just going to say that.
So everybody loves you, Drew. By the way, he got the championship. He won his weight bracket in the tournament today.
Way to go,
right.
Truan.
Yeah.
Well, how many people are wrestling that only weigh 47 pounds? What's
Oh
the...
my gosh, Kevin.
He wrestled he wrestled 3 wrestlers. He won all 3 of his matches, 2 by points, 1 by points, 2 by pin.
Tell him I said
Nice.
congratulations. Uncle Kevin's really proud of him.
Yeah. And here's the thing. The
Tell him what
wrestler
I
that he had
said,
the
damn
hardest-
it.
He hold on.
That's not how you spell my name.
Yeah.
Truen.
I'm supposed to tell you, Dennis, you spelled his name wrong. It's Truen. But the hardest wrestler for him to fight today, to wrestle, sorry, I
Was a
shouldn't say
girl?
fight, to wrestle, was a girl. Yeah. He beat the girl on points 9-0. And the 2 boys he wrestled, he pinned one of them in 18 seconds. But
Wow. I saw one of the videos earlier.
Nice.
Yeah, the key
Classic
is that he wrestled the girl completely different than he wrestled the boys. I mean, if I had a daughter that was like up until about the age of puberty, I would be fine with them wrestling boys, right? Because they're going to develop toughness and just grit, right? But once they kind of enter that puberty threshold, I'm like, yeah, those two should not be commingling, because you could watch the boys like Truan today. He did not wrestle that girl the same way he wrestled the boys, right? I mean, he's afraid of touching her in the wrong place and just and hurting her, and it just there was a level of unfairness there, but it's okay. It was what it was.
I know the perfect way for him to beat a woman every time they wrestle. To beat a girl wrestler every time they wrestle.
Kevin.
All he needs to do is whisper in her ear at the start of the match, "I'm about to make you my wife." And then
what if he just said, "I'm going to make you my
Kevin?
bitch"?
Kevin.
You can't swear. It's a school event. Yes, Lori?
Kevin.
What?
No, you don't.
She'd
that.
surrender. She'd be like,
Head
"I
up.
give up."
No,
I can't
she
see you.
wouldn't.
All right. Go ahead. Go to bed, boys. Go get ready for bed. Go get
Tell
ready
him
for bed.
hey, tell him Uncle Kevin said congratulations and he's proud of you.
Uncle Kevin
the problem
says congratulations.
there would be with that
And he's proud of you.
is there she whispered that in his ear.
Right?
I know, right? Yes, Dennis, that is very true. Hey,
Turn to just whisper in her ear.
Dennis
you
wants to know
smell
if any girl
good.
before a wrestling match has whispered in your ear that she's going to make you her bitch.
No.
No, he said no. He said no.
He's smiling.
Anyway.
Oh, hold up. When I went down to Texas, some girl had this crush on me when we went out to eat for dinner.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about. Go get ready for bed. Go get ready.
Did
for
you
bed.
wrestle her in the restaurant? Like put her through a table?
No, listen. His older brother Hunter that I'm driving down to meet made me feel good because he told me, he's like, Dad, you're gonna be happy. He's like, Truman is definitely into girls. So I was like, yeah. It's like that's good news. That's good news.
That's good news.
But back to Tara Simmons, man.
Yes, back to Tara Simmons.
There is legitimately something going on, right? And I think it's something we need to do some investigative stuff into. To have the Democrat Party of Kitsap County file that PDC complaint and claim that she did two $15,000 donations to, and I quote, non-existent nonprofit organizations down in Las Vegas in order to help get her friend, another convicted felon in Vegas, get elected. And then why? Listen, if you're so sure that she did this and you file the PDC complaint against her, you're so sure you file the PDC complaint, to have you then say, oh shit, maybe that wasn't a good idea, we might want to withdraw that. Like, tell me, like, how can anybody take that seriously?
Nobody, although I will give one caveat in this discussion.
You think they made a mistake?
No, that's what I'm saying. We'll see what the Dems really think of her when it comes time for primaries. Because she's up for re-election this year. And if the Dems put
somebody's primarying her.
Well, somebody's primarying her, but are they a valid challenger? You know what I mean?
Well, is the motivation the party, or is it just because someone wants to run for office?
Yeah. So
let me ask you this, Kevin. If you're an elected Dem and you're the person that's held the office now for 3 consecutive terms, or 2 or 3, 4 years or 6 years. Anyway, if you're Tara Simmons and the Dem party says, yeah, you really pissed us off, we're going to file a complaint against you with the state. Okay. What is going on behind the scenes to have the state that the 23rd LD say, gosh, you know what? We better retract our complaint against Tara, right? I tell you what I think it is. I think it's Tara saying, yeah, well, I know where the bodies are buried. I know where the train station is at in Yellowstone, right? I think that's what's happened.
I agree,
Tara
but doesn't the groups? Sorry, Paul. I got a question for you. Doesn't the group the group of citizens or Dem leadership who did this in the 23rd, don't they have responsibilities for if they pull his PDC back? I mean, could they be in trouble legally? Could it be considered like defamation or slander or something?
Well, Tara is a public figure, therefore the standard of proof is different, right?
Okay.
As private citizens, Lori, you and I could go after each other for defamation of character, slander, right? And there is a difference between slander, defamation of character. Like one of them is if you put something in print. Another one is if you put something out on the airwaves, like radio. But here's the thing: if you are telling the truth, you can't be guilty of any of that, right? If you're telling the truth. Now, they would have put this in print, so I think that falls under slander, but I'm not sure, right? I only went to law school for 2.5 years, not enough. I don't know enough to be a lawyer. I just know enough to pretend like I'm one on the radio for a short period of time. But the issue here is that, and I think to Kevin's point, if they put it in writing that they believe she did these things, now it is in writing and it is a matter of public record. And guess what? Outlaw Radio is just like the internet. Once we find out about something, we don't let it go.
Right.
And so it falls to people like us to keep reminding the voters, hey, this is what she was accused of doing. Right? And
by her own.
Yes, by her own. So something is going on here. Some sort of deal was clearly cut. There is no way the 23rd LD Dems, which are, by the way, made up of some very powerful Democrats, long-term incumbents, right? So somebody somewhere said, we need to pull that back. We don't need the bad publicity against Tara, right? Who that was? Don't know. Why that was? Don't know. but something is going on there. This, to me, this is one of those cases. You know, what do they always say, Lori? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Well,
There's something.
There's not just smoke. There's not just smoke. There's like things floating in the air that are still on fire. Like, you know, when you burn your, and the things are floating off and they're still burning. That's what we're seeing with this shit. This ain't just like, well, there's some smoke there. Hey, Tonto, no go to town. No, it's far worse than that.
Right. Probably some of those bodies.
Right. Something's going on. Something big. Something big is going on, I think, in the Democratic Party in the 23rd LD.
Do you think it's because of the publicity that they got? Do you think that they underestimated how much waves they would create with this?
Oh, that's
filing?
a great point. That's a great question. And I think you're probably exactly right. They didn't realize. I think that you're right. They may have thought this will put some behind the scenes pressure on Tara to clean up her act, right? And the reality is, shit. This cat got out of the bag, and this little bitch got quite a little harem, and they're going off. And this information is spreading like wildfire. And I think that really might be the case. Yeah, that's a great point, Lori. See, Kevin, Lori thinks outside of the box.
Do you know what else I think is part of the reason for why this is going down the way that it is? I think Democrats are hearing more noise about their agenda and how people are starting to get weary of it. So rather than take a risk on somebody new, they're going to stick with the dogs that brought them here. The Tara Simmons, the Emily Randalls. Let's not bring somebody new into the fray. Let's stick with what we know. And what we know is we know Tara, we know Emily, we know who they are, what they stand for. People tend to like them. People have voted for them rather than take a risk.
I think we all need to join the Democrat Party, and we just need to start having our voices heard within the party simply to nominate more moderate Democrats.
Do you think the Democrat Party is really worried about that, though? I mean, they've been in control for a really long time, and having all the major houses. Do you think they're thinking like that?
Maybe. I mean, I think that they're hearing noise. I think that they're seeing things on social media. they hear from moderate Dems that at some point this is going to be too much. I listen, I think there's a lot more of this stuff that's planned in the background than what we think it is. I think there's a lot of scheming on both sides, a lot of scheming and conniving and planning and plotting and backroom deals and negotiations going on.
See, I'm much more interested in the big picture for the state, not necessarily this these little
pockets,
scandals and this little scandal here and that little scandal there. Yeah, you're going to find those all over the place. I mean, at the end of the day, we have, as Americans, we have a horribly corrupt government, and both parties are guilty of it, and it's the state of American politics. So, I mean, if you think we're actually starting to see like a little bit of pushback in the state, that maybe we've gone too far, that's a good sign.
Well, it's a good sign, but I think it speaks to the dishonesty behind the scenes.
Well, you
know what I mean?
Like I said, I think you're going to find that everywhere, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Can I point out? Sorry, go ahead, Lori.
Oh, I was just going to say that the news this week from Congress, we had 6 or 10, I can't remember exactly, Democrats who broke on and voted with the Republicans for the ICE bill. And then you also have the federal election, where every state moved a little bit to the right. Even Washington, it was 0.3% in Washington.
Right.
But I think that
Washington was just the smallest percentage, right?
Right, correct. But I mean, California, I'm trying to remember the exact percent, but I want to say it was almost like 6% moved to the right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And so I think that the DNC and then the state parties are starting to look at that and go, whoa, we're going to lose some stuff here if we don't pay attention.
I would have thought they would have paid attention to all that, a year ago when it happened.
Right.
You'd hope.
But we're coming up on midterms, so
yeah. Okay.
Anyways, go ahead, pal. Sorry about that.
No, all I was shit. Now I don't even. Oh, I was gonna just point out, Tom. Multiple times tonight, you have made the same claim, which I don't fault you for. But I want to point out, and I want people to take a moment and understand this. When you say that these things are going on both sides of the aisle, I don't think that you're wrong. But I want people to understand you're pretty biased as a libertarian, and so you have a reasonable position to suggest that both sides are equally corrupt. I don't happen to think so, and I just want people to know that your perspective is you're coming at it from a libertarian perspective. That's all.
I am, and I'm looking at it from a bigger picture too, right? I like here in Washington State, I will step right in next to all of the conservatives because the state's gone too far left. I don't care about the social issues. I care about the fiscal stuff, right? I mean, I'm a business owner. I'm really, really tired of working so hard to be this poor. But when I look at, the big picture, say
working
what?
hard, I mean, not poor, but
I'm poor too, my friend. I'm very poor.
I know, but I wasn't going to throw that out there, man. That's
right. I got no problem with it. I mean, hell, what I pay in taxes every month would solve so many of my financial woes. I mean, if I could get even a 30% reduction in the taxes I pay, God, I would live very, very comfortably. But I mean, that's a different conversation. When I talk about this, really the big conversation tonight's been federal, and I mean the corruption at the moment is far, far worse on the left than is the right, but that pendulum swings back and forth all the time. So I mean, I'm just
continually agree to disagree on that, but I get what you're saying, and I only say that because I see that to me that equates to Kevin in this sense. Kevin always talks about how the right and left do the same thing and this and that.
They do.
I'm not saying that the right doesn't engage in some of that stuff, but to me, looking at the facts, and by the way, I'm biased because I'm on the right. Right. Sure. I think it's really important that people understand that Kevin's slightly on the left. I'm on the right. Tom, you're literally in the middle in a third party. So people need to understand where our own bias comes from. That's my only point, that we all have our own bias.
Right. No, I mean, but I think that's one of our strengths when we all sit here as a group and talk. I mean, we're just coming from different points of view, and
everybody except Lori.
Brilliant.
Lori
but I mean, we can sit here and talk about it as reasonable human beings. It doesn't turn into a
that's right
screeching fit.
That's right.
So
nobody's pulling gun on the police officers that walk around in this building.
No, that's a bad idea.
Yeah,
it's such a bad idea.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are bad ideas that people don't pay attention.
Yeah, but some of them are fun. Some bad ideas are fun. Pulling a firearm on a cop.
No, that's
I'll give
it's a bad idea.
Tom, you will totally appreciate this. The worst idea I was ever involved with in my entire life. That was the dumbest idea, while at the same time, the funnest idea.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Go.
So in Paulsbo, down on Front Street, okay, there's this place that I used to volunteer for years called the Marine Science Center, the Paulsbo Marine Science Center.
Oh yeah, I remember it.
Do you know what the Paulsbo Marine Science Center had? We had our own fill station. And what was right next to the Paulsbo Marine Science Center? A huge bar. Now, so you had a huge bar, you have otters and seals and a whole big marina and a fill station. Tom,
you mean
where
scuba?
do you think I'm going? Yeah, scuba diving drunk. I'm here to tell you the dumbest fucking idea you could ever have, the least intelligent idea you could ever have, and the most fucking fun I ever had.
How deep did you go?
Because only like 30 feet. Only
okay,
like
yeah,
30
that's
feet.
probably safe. Yeah. One atmosphere. That's
not too deep. We went one atmosphere, man, and that was it. But I'm just telling people, like just being drunk, like falling down drunk, putting on your wetsuit let me rephrase that, half a wetsuit and going scuba diving in the Puget Sound in 48-degree temperature weather because it was winter. Yeah, well, hey, listen, the water was warmer than the ambient air temp. And you want to talk about
I've dove on
nipply?
days like
that was nipply. Yeah.
Yeah,
So anyway,
Yeah, I haven't dove.
dumb.
I haven't dove drunk, but when I went on an excursion down in Mexico, off Cozumel, and when we came back, I was doing shots of tequila with the dive master, and man, that gets you there quick. It
Right.
gets you there quick. I can't imagine being under pressure. I'd have puked.
Yeah. There's something to
You
be
puke?
said for being in zero gravity and drunk. Just saying.
All
It
right.
sounds fun.
Comments in chat. John asked if Professor.
By the way,
Beeler
don't
tapped
throw
out
up don't throw up in your BC. Okay, go on.
No.
John asked if Beeler tapped out. She wasn't feeling very well, so she tapped out early.
It was all the time she said the word cunt. That did it to her.
Yeah, clearly her constitution can only handle 3 times. She said it 4 times and it made her nauseous.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Seriously?
She kept saying, "I'll see you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday."
Hey, listen, can we talk really quick about Greenland?
Yeah.
Yes.
This thing with Greenland is just out of control.
What?
There's no way.
I haven't heard the latest.
There is 0 way in hell that Greenland becomes a part of the United States before the end of Trump's term. 0.
I'm
Like
Well,
not
they've already
0.1%. 0 is not going to happen.
I'm sure you're right, but what's the latest?
No, you guys don't understand
Paul disagrees. Go ahead,
there's
Paul.
there's already an agreed to foundation to discuss it. To discuss the
Discuss it, yeah, because
well, that's going to be like discussing the new roadway through Gorst. They're going to do it for 10 years.
Listen, that's like if I was married, went to my wife and said, "I really want to have a threesome. Can we talk about it?" And she looks at me, rolls her eyes, and says, "Sure, we can talk about it."
I love
it's
you
not
guys,
going to
but
happen.
you guys-
But you can talk about it until you're blue in the face, fat boy.
You have not dug into this issue like I have.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us what you know.
Let me ask you. Let me put a couple of things out there to you. First of all, who owns Greenland?
Denmark.
Nope, they don't. They've assumed responsibility for it. Do you know when the people of Greenland finally were given the right to self-determination? Wait till you hear this one.
When was that? 89?
No, it was 2003.
Okay.
Like they didn't even have a right to determine their own laws or anything to do with their own country. And we're talking about the Inuits who live there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it is important to understand. Now, that's just part of this situation. The other part of it is that who pays for all of the defense of Greenland? Oh, yeah, the United States does through NATO. Okay.
Correct.
So they don't pay for anything. They don't take care of anything. It all falls on us. And the people of Greenland are like, yeah, hi, see us over here? We'd like to be part of this big country over here, which would give us our own rights.
So do you believe that Denmark wants to be a part of the U.S.? Because
no,
again,
Denmark.
I'm sorry,
Denmark does not at all. And I need to point out to you that Denmark is one of only a couple countries that still maintains the old world style of governance and rulership, meaning a monarchy. And who's the top of that pyramid? England, followed by Denmark. Okay. There's only a few, Luxembourg, a few others. Like the idea of royalty, this is what you're seeing an end to. You're seeing an end to the old order that was established at the end of World War II. Trump's way ahead of the game on this. Now, I'm not saying we will or will not own Greenland. What I am saying is that's what Trump is looking towards. Economically, he's looking at Greenland saying, hey, Denmark can't pay for it. They can't control it. It's kind of like when you have a neighbor next door to you, Kevin, right? And their, I don't know, septic field is on your property. You're paying for it. You're upkeeping it. You're responsible for it. You cut the grass on it. You built the fence around it, and your idiot contractor put a hole in it. You had to pay to fix it. Okay. The bottom line is you have to ask yourself, we're like, fuck it. Why doesn't this belong to me? It should belong to me. I'm paying for all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
It does.
So what Trump has done, he's entered into negotiations. They've just established the framework of the conversation. That's all. I don't want to give people the wrong impression. But part of that framework, part of what he's put out there is a payment of $100,000 cash to every citizen of Greenland, which is only 57,000 people. Now, I want you to seriously sit there and ask yourself, is my vote worth $100,000? Yeah, for most of those people, it fucking is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So those are the kinds of things that Trump is putting out there, as well as giving everybody that lives in Greenland very similar setup to what they have in Alaska, where there's a dividend check each year that's cut to those people based on
oil and
for
well,
oil, natural resources, and all that.
Yeah, the natural resources of Greenland are ridiculous.
There's a
Andrew Kennedy said, I feel like 6 or 7 Michiganders could take Greenland right now. And all I have to say to that, Jander, is 6, 7, 6, 7.
Oh, God.
All right.
God. I mean, to listen to NATO talk about, they sent like 40 soldiers to NATO and claim that they boosted the defenses. Let that sink in.
Yeah. 40 was a boost. Yeah.
We sent a bunch of soldiers to NATO with instructions to shoot first if the United States invade. Dude, you sent like a high school class here.
Mm-hmm.
Their special forces are dog sled soldiers. Okay, let that sink in for half a minute. But what people don't understand, and I think the reason people don't understand this is because they're looking at the wrong map. Okay. They're looking at an American map that shows Greenland in the upper right-hand corner up above Newfoundland and outside of Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they're not looking at is a map from the North Pole straight down, which shows that the straightest path for missiles from China and Russia to the United States is over the Arctic Circle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which means Greenland is what? It is paramount to our national defense in the future. Why? China has an entire core of their military. Literally 1/3 of their military is their missile core.
Right.
Yep.
They build missiles just to hit the United States. Okay. Greenland.
But then couldn't Trump argue the same thing about Canada?
You could.
That Canada would be necessary for.
But Canada has its own resources, its own government, and is able to defend themselves. Greenland's not.
Right.
Greenland's left out there like the redheaded stepchild from another mother.
Okay, Paul, answer this question for me.
Okay.
January 20th, 2029, Donald Trump is leaving office for the final time. Is Greenland a protectorate?
It's a U.S.
Croix?
It is.
Are they like?
Yeah, it's a U.S. territory at least, at most a state, but it's most probably going to be a U.S. territory. I would bet large sums of money on it. If I bet, I don't even buy lottery tickets, though.
Huh. Okay.
I don't think there's any way in hell it happens.
I think governance and things like that just takes so much more time. That this would be, if Trump had 2 back-to-back terms, I could see him maybe make it a goal for 2 back-to-back terms. But I don't think 3 years is enough time for all the legal stuff.
Well, if they agree to the buyout,
buy Alaska or to buy Louisiana, make the Louisiana purchase, it did not take that much time.
It did not take long. No.
But that was a different time. Everything about that was
now
different.
We're in a digital age, right? I'm just saying, when it comes to the right of self-determination, right? I think the Greenlanders have made it very clear what they want.
So what does Denmark get in this deal then? Like, if we're going to give $100,000 to everybody who lives in Greenland, what does Denmark get to release that?
Well, I've read different figures being paid to Denmark as kind of a here now shut up and go away kind of payment.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the billions, and for a country like Denmark that has like a $40 billion a year national gross domestic product.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of money. It was a significant portion of Denmark's yearly revenue.
Offer them $10 billion. They get a windfall.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm not opposed to getting Denmark. Like, I'd be one of the first
Denmark
people.
We wouldn't get Denmark.
Greenland. Sorry,
Greenland.
I wouldn't be opposed to getting Greenland. Like, I'd be one of the first people to buy an airplane ticket to go there as a tourist. I would totally do it. Like,
the biggest part of this is that Denmark's has no real claim to Greenland. Their only claim is that the Danes, or the Vikings as we call them, landed there 1,200 years ago. They have no other claim. They never purchased it. They never bought it. They never conquered it. Nothing. They just landed there. And the Inuit people that live there, the natives had no power to stop Denmark from doing anything. They were conquered without being conquered. Does that make sense?
But it's kind of like us with some of the islands that we own that are territories of ours in the Pacific, right?
Yes, you're right, Kevin. But the difference is we had the ability to take care of, protect, and defend those territories.
Right.
That's the difference.
Do you think
Denmark
the
doesn't possess that
Greenlanders or whatever they are, do you think they want to be part of the U.S.? Because I've read some stuff in mainstream media that says they don't, but I take that with a grain of salt.
I would say, from what I've read, it's probably 70-30. 70% do, 30% are kind of like out there going, well, it depends on what's in it for us. And that's why the agreement of $100,000 per Greenlander has been floated. But there are Danish citizens that live in Greenland too that are citizens of Greenland. But remember, you're talking about a country that the people that live there weren't even given the right to vote until 2003, dude. We're talking 20,
but wait a minute,
20,
but we do
22
that.
years.
We do that to countries that have that are protectorates as well. Like, people in Puerto Rico cannot vote for president. They don't have a senator.
People, you better double check that. Better double check that, and I think you're going to find that in fact they do have congressional representation.
They have congressional representation, but they're not a senator. They're a special, like not an envoy, but a special something.
No, because what they're
isn't that just on the House?
Stacy Plavitt or Stacy, her name is Stacy something or other, and she's in Congress. She's in fact she's in charge of one of the committees.
So, let me read this to you. Puerto Rico does not have. Does not elect voting senators or representatives to the U.S. Congress because it is a territory, not a state. They do elect their own local state and House of Representatives as part of their bicameral legislative assembly. They have one non-voting delegate known as a resident commissioner in the U.S. House of Representatives.
Thank you.
Yes, that's Stacy Plaskett.
But they're a non-voting delegate, and they have no senators in the U.S. Senate.
Hold on. Stacy Plaskett is an American politician and attorney, serving since 2015 as the delegate, your word, to the United States House of Representatives from the United States Virgin Islands at large.
But they're a non-voting delegate. So they're a delegate. They're there to advise and give their opinion, but they don't get to vote.
And hold press conferences.
And if I was in Greenland, I'd be like, why would I go from one dictatorship to another? Honestly, right? I mean, okay, I'm going to get, but why would I go from one dictatorship to another? Now, if they're going to make them a state right away, which if they did, if I was Puerto Rico, I'd be pissed, right? If they're going to make them a state right away, then that's an upgrade, to go from Denmark having all the say to they'd be one of 51.
What is it that's stopping this conversation? What is it that's stopping Puerto Rico from becoming a state? Is it Puerto Rico or is it the United States?
Puerto Rico. It's been put on the ballot a number of times.
Okay, so they have nothing to be pissed off about. They don't want to be a state. But if
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But if Greenland, becomes a U.S. territory and it's put to a vote, and they say, "Do you want to be a state?" and they say yes, then okay.
Hold on. Okay. See, I think there is a definite disconnect here, and I'll have to do some more research on it. But here's what the United States.gov website says about Stacy Plaskett. Okay. It says that she's been in Congress since 2015. Her term ends in 2027. She's been in the position for 11 years. She's paid by Congress $174,000 a year. Okay.
Yes.
She is
She
a
has the
member of
best-
the U.S. Hold on. It says she is a member of the U.S. House representing the Virgin Islands at-large
Yes.
congressional district. She assumed office in January 3rd, 2015. So in fact, she
has the
for
best job
re-election.
ever, Paul. She has the best job ever. She shows up and air quotes represents, but she is a non-voting member. She cannot vote.
No, bullshit. No, it's right here.
And she gets paid.
The delegate in this position can vote in now, here's maybe where the disconnect comes from. It says can vote in congressional committees.
Yeah,
Committees, yeah.
right.
So
But
she
not
doesn't
floor
vote on
votes.
bills.
Yeah, but she can't vote on bills.
She's in the Committee on Agriculture and the Committee on Oversight and Governmental Reform, which
Yeah,
she was the head of up until Donald Trump's election.
Yeah, but she can't vote when it matters.
She can't. No, that's not true. She can't vote on bills, but she can vote in committee where the bills have to go in order to be passed along to be able to be voted on. So
Sure,
she
but then-
carries weight, and she carries weight.
No, she does. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's like telling your wife, I'll give you permission to have a say in talking about how we spend the money, but when it comes down to actually spending the money, you have no say.
No,
So you can have
Kevin,
a discussion about the money, but you can't really.
You got this twisted, brother. If you're in a committee or you're the head of a committee, a bill will go to that committee to see if it can even get forwarded to the Congress to be voted on.
Right.
So if it doesn't get out of that committee where she has a vote, it's irrelevant. So she helps decide what bills get passed out of committee. That's my point.
Right. She has influence.
Absolutely.
But she doesn't have a vote where it matters. Because she can believe in a bill all she wants to coming out of her committee.
Mm-hmm.
And she can believe this bill is the greatest thing ever. But once it leaves her committee, she's persona non grata. She doesn't need to vote on it. Yeah.
But she still gets to vote whether or not the bill gets voted out of committee.
Yeah, but the people that are in Puerto Rico and the U.S. Marshall Islands and what all the other territories that we have, and I think there's, how many of them are there? 7 of them? Guam is one, I believe.
Guam, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Hold on, I'm going to look it up.
Is it St. Thomas, St.
Aren't there more islands in the Pacific? Too?
And the
Puerto
Caribbean.
Rico,
Samoan Islands.
Midway Atoll, Palmyra Atoll, American Samoa, the Northern Mariana Islands.
Yeah.
Guam, Baker Island, Howland Island, Jarvis Island, the Johnston Atoll, Kingman Reef.
14 territories.
Yeah. None of them have a vote that really matters. I mean, maybe somebody can help get something out of committee, but they're not going to be able to help get a bill passed.
But you do understand that the committees are the first step in the leg. And if a bill doesn't get voted out of committee, it never gets voted on. It goes away.
Sure.
Right? So
I get it.
That still has a lot of power, man.
I wouldn't say a lot.
Well,
it has
a lot of bills make it out of committee that never go anywhere.
True.
That's
but
correct.
There's a lot of bills that we never hear about either.
Right. And most of them are
Because
ones
they
that
don't get voted out
Simmons
of committee.
proposed.
Right.
Yeah, most of those are bills that Tara Simmons has proposed, but okay.
Like not letting ICE agents hold jobs within the law enforcement in Washington State.
Yeah, which is the most ridiculous thing ever.
Is there a more egregious use of power from a former criminal than to make it so that certain law enforcement officers can't apply and work in law enforcement in Washington State?
You realize she's doing it backwards, right?
I don't know. Maybe she does. She's clearly been confused about a lot of things in her life.
She's doing it backwards. If I'm Tara Simmons and I want to neuter ICE, I'm offering Washington State jobs to every ICE agent that you can think of.
Yeah, because then
you can gut the agency.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was Tara, I'd be like, hey, I want to pass a bill where we pay 110% of what the feds are paying ICE to come work for the state of Washington. We're understaffed as it is. We need more police. Oh, wait, she's a Democrat. They don't really believe that. We need more police. We need more mental health professionals. We need more X, Y, and Z. So if I really want to stick it to ICE, I'm going to offer to pay 110% of what they pay ICE to get them to come work for us.
We can't afford
That's
that.
right. Hey, I hate to be a schmuck on this.
They
Kevin,
can
but I'm
afford
looking
that
at
because
my
they would just jack up the taxes like they have on everything else. Yes, Paul, be a schmuck.
Hey,
Out.
no, listen. My computer is dying. I have like 10% left. So if we want to get in anything here at the end, because I'm running off of my phone's wireless internet and my laptop with no battery to plug into. So if you want to talk
Tell
about
the hamsters to run
Seahawks
faster.
right?
Let Paul give your parting shots, and you can talk about whatever you want to before we wrap it up with you. Then we'll do parting
Listen, all I
shots.
was going to say was great conversations tonight. I think we covered a lot of important shit, right?
Mhm.
What ICE is, what they do, what their powers are, Tara Simmons, and clearly the scandal that is brewing under what she's got going on. Like, this is real serious stuff. It's the stuff that we're here to talk about and have conversations about. And I would invite anybody that has additional information to reach out to us, any one of us, or reach out to the show directly. Go Seahawks. It's been a long time since I was as stressed as I was the last 10 minutes of that game.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit, was that pucker factor 12? Had I been sitting on coal, I would have created a diamond. That was that, and it was funny because both the boys, 11 and 14, are sitting there, and I'm trying to explain the rules to them. They're like, "Why? We got this. We're winning. The game's in the bag. There's 2 minutes to go. We're gonna fucking punt. Oh my god, I'm totally stressed." Right? Like, we're running the clock out. Oh my god. Listen, it wouldn't be the first time we saw a team win in the last minute of a game against the Seahawks. Okay. And let's be honest, for whatever fucking reason, as great as the Seahawks defense is, it's almost as if they forget to show up against the Rams. And can I just say that that cornerback for the Seattle Seahawks, that motherfucker needs to be finding a new job after tonight. Like, come
Woolen?
next year.
I would say you're talking about Woolen. Yeah,
Dumb
he
shit.
owes the,
You had
he owes
fourth
the team an
and
apology.
12, and he gave them a first down where they turned around and scored a touchdown on the next fucking play on him. Oh, hell no. There ain't an apology in the world at that far. And that was a grown man who let his ego get the best of him. And you see this a lot from NFL players, right?
Yep.
Where they
They're
literally
young
start
kids.
running their mouth. They start running their mouth.
Yep.
That was one of the reasons I was okay with seeing DK Metcalf leave.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
They're young kids, and they let their ego write checks that their ass can't cash. Paul, before I let you go, do you know what the betting line is right now out of Vegas for the Super Bowl?
No clue, man. No clue.
Seattle by 4.5. If I had $1 million, I'd go to Vegas right now and put it on Seattle for 4.5.
Well, considering that I guess you have to take into account that it was snowing in Denver today. They were in Denver as well. But they were playing a fucking backup quarterback, man.
Yeah, and those are both cold weather teams.
Yeah.
Well, and on top of that, I don't think New England is ready for that Seattle defense.
No, and I
just
called
don't
it
think
to
they are.
everybody that would listen to me a week ago. I said it's going to be Seattle against New England when Seattle gets their revenge for that pick in the end zone.
Yep.
There is a lot for New England to atone for in this game.
I think that this game will look like the Seahawks' first Super Bowl victory, or their Super Bowl victory.
Oh, against the Donkeys,
43-8.
I mean,
the blowout.
I appreciate you saying that. I don't know that that'll be the case, but listen, Kevin, I'm going to take your line. I'm going to be like, Kevin predicted Seattle blowout. I don't know that that'll be the case, but I do think, honestly, it may become a comfortable victory. Maybe two multiple score victory. So we'll see.
Well, it is so unexpected. Like, Paul, I mentioned you earlier in the show before you came on. Like, you're a fan every week. You're always going to pick your team. But none of us at the beginning of this year, with Sam Darnold as the quarterback, DK Metcalf is gone, Tyler Lockett is gone.
I'm pretty sure that's how I ended up with such a sizable lead in our NFL picks, because in point of fact, I did predict our team would be in the Super Bowl.
No, but you, Paul, you say it's because I'm a real fan. I'm always going to pick my team. But no, but you didn't really think this, though, right? I mean, like there was no part of you that really thought.
That's all that matters. I wanted to. I had faith, just like Christianity, brother. I had faith.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming. Not with not with a new head coach and a new quarterback. And I figured we'd have a year or two where everything had to mesh and click before
it's McDonald's second year.
Yeah,
but it's still new.
Yeah.
First year with Darnold,
First
we
year with
got rid
Darnold,
of
yeah.
Metcalf. We
Right.
got rid of Lockett, who was really the heart of the team.
True.
We brought in Cooper Kupp, and people
Mhm.
said, well, he's old, though. He's kind of broke down. He's not going to give you much. JSN did not show us before this year what he showed us this year.
Oh, man.
Nobody saw 1,700 yards coming from this guy.
No.
Nobody. So, all right, Paul. So would you do the same thing if you had $100,000 to bet? Would you throw it on the Seahawks right now at 4.5? Oh, I think we lost Paul. I think his
Yeah.
battery died. All right.
By
Goodbye,
the way, John Walker brings up a really good point. The Raiders beat the Patriots week 1.
Yeah.
It's true.
That was why.
Although both of those teams are very different teams.
Yes,
at the end
now.
of the season.
But that was why New England didn't get the number 1 seed, is because Denver had a better record against the Raiders than New England did, and it's about common opponents and all that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I still feel really bad for the Donkeys. Like, not that they lost, but the way that they lost, right?
Right.
Like, you play great all year, and then in a playoff game that you're winning,
lose
going
your
away,
quarterback, yeah.
you lose your
glad they
quarterback.
lost.
Yeah, and that's such a horrible way to go. Like,
Right.
if that happened to Seattle and Sam Darnold was out, that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
And we have a better quarterback than Jared Stidham as our backup, but yeah.
What, Drew Lock?
He's better than Jared Stidham. He is.
Okay.
Tom, you're better than Jared Stidham.
Yeah, I can't.
Lori's
throw,
not,
man.
but you are.
Oh, shut up.
You're a girl.
Shut up.
You can't throw a football.
I can throw a football.
Oh, I don't know how far I could throw a football right now. My shoulders are jacked.
Dennis, who were you rooting for today?
New England and Seattle.
Yeah.
Nice.
I said this to Tom last night. I'm like, Seattle has something to play for against New England.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's not the same Patriots team from
No. Or the same coach.
exactly.
Yeah, Belichick. I hate that guy. Oh,
But in the fans' eyes, it's redemption time. So
yeah, yeah,
and I think it's all there for the taking. So
I hope the team sees it that way too. You know, like I mean, because we don't have any. I mean, that game was long enough ago that there's probably no one left from that. So I mean, even on staff, I know there's no players.
right, but the team wants to live up to that same sort of hype and build their own identity.
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
This we've heard about the Legion of Boom forever.
Right,
Right. So
Well, they did it. You know what I mean? I mean, they did it.
yeah, but it was unexpected.
Yeah.
For sure.
We figured a playoff team, yeah, possible.
Yeah.
For sure.
Poof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul is
It was a fun season.
Paul is running away with stuff.
Oh,
in the
sure.
football,
if you got
Wait.
because he did pick Seattle to be the NFC champ.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
nice.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I didn't.
that's-
I forgot to do all of my pre, so I'm way behind on that. Did anybody see the Steelers picking McCarthy as their new coach? And
No.
that Tomlin stepped down.
So I wasn't. I was surprised until I remembered the Aaron Rodgers connection. That Aaron Rodgers played for him in Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And so I think Aaron Rodgers comes back.
Oh, to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think Tomlin was given a choice, either resign or we're going to fire you?
Probably.
Wow.
I mean, I just think at that point, like, Tom had become like Pete, like
Yeah.
you're competitive every year. You're at least in the middle of the pack. You're making the playoffs, but getting knocked out in the first round.
Right.
Like, you're not going to have a bad enough draft so you can get a really high pick to get a good player, but you're not going to be good enough to really compete for anything.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that nobody's picked him up.
I know, me too.
Maybe he wants to take a year off.
That could be. Yeah.
What was he with Pittsburgh? 12 years or something? Is that what I read?
No, way longer than that.
Yeah, a really long time.
Hold on.
And
I'll double check because I think it was.
I always thought he was more of the heart of the team, to be honest.
Mike Tomlin's coached for 19 seasons.
Oh, 19. Wow. Damn.
They've had 3 head coaches in their history.
Oh my God.
Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Chuck Noll and Bill Cowher,
Mm-hmm.
those are Hall of Fame quarterbacks right there. Hall of Fame head coaches right there.
Yeah, they are.
And Tomlin should be as well.
Yeah.
A definite salute to the Steelers organization for sticking by their coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sticking by their hires.
And the fact that Mike McCarthy's back coaching the NFL, he is such a horrible coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Steeler Nation in social media right now is not happy.
Well, you know. That's got to be another redemption for the Seahawks. We need to face them in another Super Bowl.
And J. Andrew Kennedy is talking about your shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah.
I take it back. Actually, the Steelers have had more coaches than that.
Head coaches? They've only had 4.
Well, actually, when was the first Super Bowl?
Sometime in the early 60s, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what? We're coming up on the 60th.
1970.
First Super Bowl was 1967.
Oh.
So in the Super Bowl era, they had one quarterback before Chuck Noll. Bill Austin was the head coach from 66 to 68. And then Chuck Noll from 69 to 91.
Wow.
Bill Cowher from 92 to 2006. And then Tomlin from 7 to 25.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and their win percentages, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
Chuck Noll 566, Bill Cowher 623, Mike Tomlin 628.
Wow.
I mean, that's
good resume.
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
Really.
And McCarthy's going to be under 400.
Oh yeah.
He's awful.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally awful. All right. Parting shots for anybody. We'll start with you, Lori.
I'm going to read a comment.
Uh-oh.
J. Andrew Kennedy. Kevin looking like a 6-string kicker in that jersey.
Oh.
Hey, Chandler Kennedy. Why don't you tell me about how your team is doing? You know, your team where the head coach got fired for having an improper sexual relationship with a staff member and then stalking her and then showing up at her house and threatening her. Oh yeah, let's talk about your team.
Uh-oh.
True.
Yeah, the go blue balls. Whatever.
Damn.
No. Parting shots. It's really, really cold out there.
Yeah.
Really cold.
Mm-hmm.
My furnace has been on the fritz since Wednesday. So
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. So have grace for those of us struggling. I have a gas fireplace. I'm fine.
Can I give you some advice?
What?
There's I get a warrant on the rental that I do for my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
We have basically an insurance on the heater.
Mm-hmm.
And if the heater goes out, they'll come out and fix it for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got to get that on my furnace because it hasn't acted up, but so that if it does.
They had to do a major repair last year and it's warranted and they've been out 3 times already. They can't figure out what they're doing wrong. So
might be time to give you a new freaking heater then.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, if you need to come somewhere warm, you can come down to my house.
Oh, okay.
I'm just down
Thank
the hill
you.
from you.
But anyway, so be careful out there driving. Be gentle around people. You don't know what they're going through right now, and watch out for the black ice.
Black guys? Why?
Black
come
ice.
on, Lori.
Ice. I said black ice.
Watch out for the black
Is there
guys.
a difference between
Jeez.
black ice and white ice?
Black ice? You talking about black ice agents? What are you talking about?
Black ice on the
I have an
road.
issue with black ice agents and black guys. Okay.
Ice, baby.
Don't have a problem with black guys.
That is so. Oh, you like black guys? Okay.
I don't
all right.
discriminate based on skin color.
Oh, so you've had some relations with some black guys. Okay.
I didn't say that
all
either.
right. Tell us all about it, Lori. Give us some details. Is it true that once you go black, you never go back? Like, what's the deal? Come on, Lori, fill us in. Inquiring minds want to know.
J. Andrew Kennedy, yikes, Lori. Not all black guys are bad, for fuck's sakes, he said. John
I
Walker.
said ice.
John Walker called you a racist.
Oh, wow.
J. Andrew Kennedy, I'd cast Lori on that couch. We are not talking about the previous Michigan coach. Why not? J. Andrew Kennedy, what do you not want to talk about?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. If you agree that Lori's a racist, please comment in chat.
Oh my
Stop
gosh,
it.
I'm not a racist.
Damn.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. I'm thinking really quick.
Is that what I'm smelling?
The fumes.
I think all
No,
the
they-
letters in racist are in Lori's name.
No, they're not.
There's an R, there's an A, there's an S, there's a C, there's an I, there's an S, there's a T.
There's no L.
There's no L.
You kind of
There's
need an
no
L
O.
to say Lori.
No, the word racist is
Yeah.
in Lori's name. Not Lori is in the word racist, but racist is there a T in your name?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I'm wrong.
Besides, it's kind of hard for me to be a racist in
Why is
that
that?
category.
Why is that? Because you hate white people too?
She just hates everybody.
Yeah, I told my daughter that. My daughter's like, "Why do you tell offensive jokes?" And I say, "Because I tell offensive jokes about anybody and anything because I hate everybody equally."
Yeah,
I'm not anti-African American, Jew, Asian, anything, Muslim, nothing. I'll tell jokes about everybody because I hate everybody the same.
Because a percentage of my DNA comes from the African continent.
Well, that's just from what happened last night, right?
No. No.
Pie injection doesn't count.
Oh my gosh.
What was his name? It started with a D something.
No.
Demarcus, Demetrius,
No.
DeAndre, Dewan.
When you like to know.
Dropped it off.
Damn.
I think from now on, we're going to give everybody in the chat room African American names that starts with a D. So it'll be like DeJohn Walker and DJ Andrew Kennedy and DeKevin Nelson and DeTegan. No, it's a girl. So she'd be Lategan.
Shatiguan.
Shatiguan. Yeah, perfect. That's a great idea. Hey, listen, since Paul's not here, next week on the show, we'll talk about it before the show, but I'm going to say a phrase. And when I say the phrase, we're all going to stop. We're going to stop talking. We're just going to pause on camera and make Paul think his video froze. Okay.
So when you pause, you got to hold still too.
I'll wave my hand off camera so you guys know that it's coming, right? And then I'll just be like the phrase will be, well, the Seahawks game is this weekend, and then I'm going to say, well, the Seahawks game is this weekend, and we're all just going to freeze, and we're not going to move, and we're going to wait and see what Paul does.
That means everyone has to stop breathing and
No, it's
make noise and
Well,
microphones.
you can mute the mics when we do that, Dennis, to make sure
Yeah.
that if we breathe.
That means we have to be prepared.
I know, that's why I'm saying
I have to be in the room.
Can you imagine?
And know this information ahead of time.
How long do you think it takes Paul to react and do something?
I don't know.
Oh, now we could have a betting pool.
I know. I say under 5 minutes, he's totally offline.
Oh, I think 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I think his first word is the F word.
Yep.
And then he'll complain about his internet.
Yep.
that'd
And then
be great.
it'll probably take him a while to go, you guys, are you guys doing this to me?
No, I don't think he'll even suspect it. He won't think that we'll mess with this show in that way.
You're probably right.
And I think we should do it to him every week. Once a week at some point during the show.
Okay.
We'll just F with him until he catches on. And it'll even be the same key phrase every week.
Wait, is he going to be on the show next week? Because
I don't know.
is that
I have
part
no
of
idea
the
what he's
Texas
doing.
trip?
Listen, if you guys are at home and you're like, oh, what are Paul's gonna be in the studio tonight? Yeah, your guess is as good as ours.
True.
Paul showing up for the school is about as likely as me showing up without pants on. Jane Canada, let's talk about it. Lori is racist, although he can't spell racist. Clearly, you went to the University of Michigan. Coach Moore lost it, ruined our season. All he had to do was focus, but all he could think about was white girls. I'm happy to have autistic football guy as the head coach. Wait, who is the new head coach of DeJay Andrew Kennedy? Thank you, DeJay. Who is the new head coach of Michigan?
I have no idea. I don't care about college football.
Hold on. Oh, Kyle Whittingham. Yeah, Kyle Whittingham. DeJay. Kevin says Paul will drop the F-bomb then tap out. Probably. Oh, it's great.
DeJay.
DeJay. Thank you, DeJay.
We should just start calling Paul DePaul.
DePaul. What up, DePaul? And Shamarji is in the chat as well.
Well,
instead of Shaniqua, Shamarji.
Yeah, then Paul's going to end up being Vincent.
I don't get it. What?
Vincent DePaul.
Oh, Vincent DePaul. Yeah.
He's already St. Paul.
Oh, St. Vincent DePaul.
He's going to end up being
next
Vincent.
week on the show. Let's just start calling him St. Vincent and see how long it takes him to wonder what that's all about.
Or just shorten it up right away and call him Vince.
Vinny. 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 What a douche. All right. Dennis, do you have any parting shots? Can we just keep going? I don't have to work tomorrow. Do you guys want to keep going?
I have to work
I have
tomorrow.
to work.
Very early.
Tom, you don't have to work. Aren't Mondays your day off?
From the distillery.
Oh, you still work the day job on Mondays?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, I thought you took Mondays off.
No,
like,
I
to have a day
don't.
off.
Once in a while, I will schedule myself a day off, but no, I work pretty much 7 days a week.
To Kyle Whittingham is college football daddy now. Get used to it. Thank you, DeJay. Appreciate you, DeJay. To Dennis, what's up? To Dennis. We don't have to change his name. He's still just Black Tom. Okay, go ahead, DeJay.
Per my usual, of course, cooperate for kids. That's important. And I'm happy to announce February 14th, Valentine's Day, I'll be DJing for Tommy's Story Hour.
That's outstanding.
For their Valentine's dance. So pretty excited.
Margie said, doing a paper for my chem class. How many loops in a zinc zip node? Margie, aren't you in your 80s? You're not or 70, or you're older than I am.
Hey,
you're really in a chem class?
Hey, she can be in a chem class if she wants.
She can't.
Yes, she can. You're in college right now. Come on now. You're in your 50s.
I'm not doing chem. Nobody with life experience past like 15 years has taken a chem class. Nobody's volunteering.
Successfully.
I use chemistry all the time.
People that are going on to cook math.
They didn't teach you how to brew alcohol in your chem class, Tom.
No.
Thank you.
No, but
Dennis
you
has
learned
a
that
point.
in your garage. What did
Dennis has a point.
What did Dennis say?
When you're going on to cook math, you know.
No, that's true.
Chem helps.
Chem does help.
Jandra kid. I'm sorry. DeJay said, "Fuck you, Margie." That's the Michigan mating call. All right. Any other parting shots for you, Dennis?
No, that's it.
Dennis, I'm sorry we're not playing your team in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, me too.
That would have been so much
Can you
fun.
imagine how unbearable that would be?
Oh, the show for at least a month after the game, no matter how it went, would be off the rails.
If it was our team against Dennis's team in the Super Bowl, we would do the show live during the game.
Yeah, from a bar.
No, from here.
Have a living room or here.
From here with alcohol.
Oh, all right, that'd be fun. I know a guy.
$50 minimum.
Alicia Beeler just sent me a message.
She sent all of us a message.
What did she say? Let's see.
I didn't get a message. Beals doesn't like me.
No, went to our Outlaw group.
Yeah, it's in the Outlaw group.
She referred to Lori as babe.
Yep.
That's weird.
Hey, we're close like that.
I guess you are.
Kevin's threesome.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't even want to know.
I'll read that later. I'm confused.
Okay.
Well, and if Alicia's listening, Tom also has experience in that area.
In threesomes?
No. Well, I don't know about that.
Tom, have you ever had a threesome?
No, God.
Hold on. Hold on.
I'm not answering
Tom,
that.
have you ever had
I'm not
a
answering that question on
gallbladder?
air.
Tom,
Alicia's talking about gallbladder.
Okay. Tom, have you ever had a threesome?
I am not answering that question on air.
If you want to know, put it in the chat. Ask Tom if he's ever had a threesome in the chat.
I am not answering that question on air.
Have you ever had a gallbladder?
How up into some numbers have you gone? Threesome, foursome, fivesome? Like where does the line come?
Like I said, I'm not answering that question on air.
Have you had a sevensome? Let's try that. Have you had it? Let's work our way backwards. Have you had a sevensome?
Damn, we straight up went
Kevin,
in Ron
you and
Jeremy country.
You and 6 other people. Has that happened before?
Kevin, I'm not answering any of those questions.
Wow, that means
on
yes.
air.
Have you had a 9-some, Tom? Like you and 8 other people. Has that happened? Tom, there's a side of you we didn't even know about.
Kevin,
does Heather even know about this? Was Heather there? Was this pre-Heather?
I am not answering any of those questions.
Is Heather like, well, Tom leaves the house on Sunday evenings after the show, and I don't know what he does.
What? She's here sometimes. She knows
your
over.
ride. Okay. John Walker, that would be a yes. Janier Kennedy, DJ says, Tom is a super good power bottom. Dejan said, Tom's a pimp. This is great. This is a total conversation we need to have. Dennis, have you ever had a threesome? And I don't mean with both hands.
I'm not ambidextrous at all.
Have you?
Oh, see, no, I can switch hands and gain a stroke.
I'd ask Lori, but we know that Lori has.
I mean, I've had to switch hands before.
Lori has
This is not
not.
comfortable. and the look is unnatural. It's like, oh, shit.
We know that Lori has.
Lori has not.
Beeler did yesterday. All right.
Wow.
Anyway. Beeler, am I wrong? Say something. All right, didn't think
Yeah,
so.
she's sick right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what happens when you get too much action the day before. A little bit too much going on.
No, not for women. You get energized.
I love it. DJ thinks you're a good power bottom. I wonder how he knows that. Tom, parting shots. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, sure. Give me cracking up. And
I know. Come on, power bottom.
Okay.
Go.
All right, here we go. About a month from now, February. What do I want?
Quit laughing. Power bottom's talking. Stop.
February 25th is going to be the first Whiskey Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm going to be guiding, or I'm going to be hosting a blind tasting at Brother Don's in Bremerton.
Oh,
not quite sure the time yet, but this is going to be a recurring thing. So
Wednesdays.
Wednesday evenings. Yeah, it'll be Whiskey Wednesdays.
Sorry, I must interrupt this for breaking news. DJ says, Daddy Tom always makes the rules, but the rules always end up with Tom taking damage. Okay, power bottom, you can continue.
Heather, I'm sorry.
That is all, my friend. I will have more details about Whiskey Wednesdays, but right now we're taking this month here to the time between now and the first one to just promote.
Okay. Lori.
Yeah.
There's a t-shirt shop here in the mall, right?
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Why?
Would you find a t-shirt shop and make a deal and trade for advertising for us?
Okay.
I think we need t-shirts with new nicknames on them. And Tom's will be Power Bottom. And Lori's will be the Threesome Queen.
No.
Dennis will be, I'm not ambidextrous. Beeler will be, see you next Tuesday. Paul will be St. Vincent.
So, Kevin, a listener wants to know if you have participated in a threesome.
I don't. She didn't ask that question. She said, "Has Kevin?"
That's the intent.
Has Kevin been football coach in Michigan?
No, the intent.
Has Kevin been fired for chasing white girls?
Tegan.
There's a number of questions here that could have been asked by that. She needs to be more specific.
Tegan,
Has
please.
Kevin what? I'm just saying. And since it's not here, we have to end the show. We'll have to answer that another time. Has Kevin what? All right. My parting shot.
There's a Sarah Ha thing.
My parting shots are as follows. Yeah, Sarah Ha is dead. They killed the website.
Oh, really?
It's gone. Yeah.
Did they really?
Otherwise, I'd have gone back to it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's gone. I'm very sad.
That's a bummer.
It is a bummer. Has Kevin what? My parting shots is I'm really glad that we've gotten to the bottom of Tom's power bottom fetish. And the fact that Tom won't tell us if he has had a 9-some or not. You know what? When you want to answer those questions, the answer is yes.
Not necessarily.
I want to thank our sponsors, Black Ring Spirits, which means if Tom has had a 9-some, it explains why his ring is black.
I can't.
Anyway.
You ignored my message when it was relevant to the threesome subject.
Well, I didn't ignore it. There's a delay between when we say it and when you hear it, Tegan. You've been on the show. You know this. So now that you're being obtuse, I'm not answering any of your questions.
No, she's being very specific.
Gender Kennedy, Kevin's three-way is two dudes sword fighting over who gets to open the portal first. All right. I'm still stuck on Tom's black ring. All right. No, in all honesty, thanks to Tom for letting us do the show down here, even though it was mock him and make fun of his sexual exploits. If you'd like to partake in Tom's experience, he's off on Mondays and Tuesdays.
It's like making fun of Ron Jeremy for acting.
Yeah. Tom can be hired for special events. He is available. Mondays and Tuesdays.
Heather, I'm sorry.
If you'd like to have a 13 thumb, Tom can be booked for your parties.
Odd numbers only.
Divorce parties, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, bar mitzvahs.
Where the fuck did this come from?
Jeffrey Epstein theme parties, whatever you want. P. Diddy parties. He'll bring the baby oil.
Freaknik Sarah.
Oh my goodness.
Black Tom, the power bottom.
What about our other sponsor?
Hold on. We'll get there in just a second. I'm still stuck on Black Tom's power bottom.
No, Diddy Black Tom.
Speaking of a lot of people being stuck on Black Tom's power bottom, again, that's why the ring is black. All right. Can we have the show be black light only next week? God, no. You might see a lot of weird things in Tom's beard. All right. This show went to hell quick.
You drove the bus.
You're the power bottom.
You drove the bus.
You're the power bottom. I just work here. We also want to thank our fine friends at Destination Highway 420. There's nothing weird or insane about them. They're just a proud sponsor of the show. We love them. They've got the best bud tenders, I hear. I don't
Absolutely.
partake. I don't partake, but I know that everybody that has visited their establishment has been really happy with it.
Yep.
They're a proud sponsor of the local community. They love the military. They encourage you to enjoy responsibly. And just know that the more of their selection that you partake in, the more enjoyable your partner will be. They'll annoy you less. So hold on. Stop by and see them. They're on Hollis Street, across the street from the gas station and Cloverleaf, behind the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, they're right next door to Los Cabos.
Yeah.
21 and over only.
Yeah.
Yeah, 21 and over only. Destination Highway 420, proud supporter of the Outlaw Radio Network.
And just all around nice people.
Yeah. And they don't hold it against Tom that he's a power bottom. Margie said, why couldn't I open your show last week? Not even a link was there. The link was there. People were here. You just weren't here. I don't know what happened. I don't want to say user error.
Was I here?
Yeah.
Actually, the link was not there. 2 weeks in a row. You don't get a link, but you see the live caption
on the notification.
Logo.
Yeah.
See, that I thought that was like a Facebook functionality change because that's the only way I ever.
That's the only way I've ever seen it. So
Yeah.
listen, Margie, when you go to the page and you know the show is on, you'll see the circular picture of our logo at the top of the page. There should be a red circle around it.
It'll
we're
say live.
Mhm.
And it says live.
And if you click on that, it'll bring up the show.
But if you're subscribed to the show, you'll get a notification.
Yeah, subscribe to the show, Margie. Come on.
Yeah, if you subscribe on YouTube.
If you like the show, be a friend, tell a friend, subscribe.
Mhm.
If you didn't like it, blame it on Paul. All right, can we end the show now?
Yeah, let's go.
Remember, Tom is a powerbottom.com is the new we get back to that OnlyFans discussion, and that makes sense. Tom would have the Power Bottom OnlyFans page.
Sure, why not?
That's great.
Maybe it's a new revenue stream I haven't really fully investigated.
Well, with your 37 some prowess, I mean, and your black ring, and not being able to use a black light in the studio, I think that explains all.
You
the
can bring
way.
a black light in here all you want.
Can we?
Yeah,
Just keep it away from your face. Okay. We love you guys. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next Sunday. Remember, we are taking the Super Bowl Sunday off, so you'll have to live without Tom's power bottom for a week. Everybody, it's Outlaw Radio. We love you guys. Thanks for sticking around late. Thanks for humoring us. Thanks for laughing at our stupid jokes. And Tom, thanks for being a power bottom. We'll see you guys next Sunday. It's Outlaw Radio.
Same old feeling like it's 2013 all over again. Got the legend echo in the back of our mind. Same discipline, same hunger, same grind. Defense first talk, run game mean. Championship or in the seams of the team. We don't talk rings, we earn every inch. Fourth quarter pressure make contenders flinch. Every drive a test, every test get passed. History whispers, yeah, it's coming back. No excuses. No apologies, just defense. Just know